don't wanna rewind. Yeah, I hear you saying, trying to test me like I'm Job. I don't fear you saying, you in my rib, you saying, and I was blind, but with God I got a clip, you saying. No, I'm not near you saying, I used to celebrate sin when I used to sing, but then I realized there is no in between. I was at a crossroads and had to choose a team. I said, Lord, I'm all yours, and gave him everything.
When you're done getting drunk and you're sober, where you going when the party's over? Where you going when the party's over? Yeah. So when you're done getting high, when you're going when the party's over? Where you going when the party's over?
You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, dying on the beat. Hey, I got so many ups. Everywhere I go, I got so many ups, so many ups. I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many Glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. That's my shit. I like that song.
You were playing the song I like. Were you playing it? So everybody, I was everybody hearing that at the beginning?
Yeah, everybody heard that. I did the timer that we normally do, where it's just the back screen.
Okay, well, we got to play it again with the clip I have. We got to play it again with the clip I have.
Okay. What's up, guys? Make sure you come in, hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, please make sure you share this. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. I'm banned on Instagram until this 18th of April, just in case people don't know. They took it away. Okay. So I can't go live, and I feel some type of way about it.
I asked Soonie, I was like, what did you do? And she's like, nothing. I didn't do anything. And I was like, yeah, right. Who'd you have on?
I didn't.
She's slumming
I literally
again.
it's because I said, I used a word that they deemed bullying. And I was like, I'm trying, you know, when you're like trying to type something and describe what you're saying, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Even if I'm giving an example of like, this is what I mean. That's
yeah.
So I really didn't do anything. I wasn't lying.
Maybe if you give a disclaimer, I don't know. Maybe if you give a disclaimer.
Disclaimer, I'm not saying this. This is just an analogy. If I do that.
Right.
That's too much.
Disclaimer, all the words you hear in this podcast do not mean anything and do not express our views.
Nothing. I'm just talking. Okay. Don't take my rights away.
We do not condone this post. We are not associated with this with this man Marlandon. Just FYI, we don't know who he is. We don't know.
We did not endorse this message. We do know.
Pro-Israel over here. Okay. I'm Jewish. You can't fight me.
She is Jewish, though.
I am Jewish.
You are wearing this Jewish, like, girl.
Like proud.
It is like a badge of honor for you lately.
Listen. Man, I see some new names in here. Meg FJB.
What up, y'all?
Roy Houston. Welcome. Brian Bren Lee. Is that somebody it looks familiar?
These are Facebook people. These are the OG Soonie followers in the building. What's up?
Okay.
Back in the Facebook days, man. I was the shit back then, and then
back then, you're not anymore.
Back in the days, not anymore. No, people
we're about to make you popular again. So, if you guys don't know, Bryson came out with his first ever feature film called Bryson the Demon Slayer, and it's really good. I watched it last night. It's about a little bit over 50 minutes. But you know, in true Bryson form, obviously the title tells you what it's about. But in true Bryson form, there is a biblical message in it for sure. But it is so cool. And like, I'll be honest with you, whether you agree with the message or you don't agree with the message, just to see what Bryson, his sister, his dad, Shekinah, his wife, have all done on such a small budget with such a small amount of people. Because when you look at the credits at the end, it's like Bryson, Gabrielle, Bryson, Gabrielle, Shekinah, Bryson, Gabrielle. It's like they were wearing multiple hats, okay? Aside from all the actors and stuff, and they have a lot of other like musical guests in there. But the music's fire, the art is fire. The stories, I thought the story was great, and they did a great job. So you can go check it out on his YouTube page. He'll send you the link. I think he wants you to message him. I don't know if it's like it may be a link that only you can see if he invites you, right? If he gives you the link.
What, for the video?
Yeah.
Oh, it's out now. If you guys want to watch it this is back when he wasn't releasing it on YouTube. If you guys want to watch it on YouTube, the video is up on YouTube. You just have to go to the video tab, and it should be the third. I think it's like the third video.
Yeah.
It'll say full movie. You guys can go watch it.
Yeah. We'll announce the topics in just a second, Ray, but I wanted to kind of highlight Soonie because Soonie has writing credits in this movie and singing credits. So don't pay attention to the words at the bottom because I had it on caption because I'm old and sometimes I need a little caption, closed caption. It's a song, so it's not going to keep up with it. But I wanted to play this because this is Soonie's part in this song. I mean, she sings the hook in the song, but this is like my favorite part. And I screen recorded it so you guys can see it. And just so you guys know, I actually was the first person that Bryson called for this feature.
He's lying. He's lying. She couldn't even say it without keeping straight.
I was the first person Bryson called. Unfortunately, I couldn't answer the phone, so he called Soonie. And I mean, we can't all get Mariah Carey on our record, but I can't do it. All right. Without further delay, what's the name of this song?
Party's Over.
Party's Over. Okay, from Bryson the Demon Slayer.
When you're done getting drunk and you're sober, where you going when the party's over? Where you going when the party's over? Yeah. So when you're done getting high, and you're sober, when the party's over? Where you going when the party's over? Hey, hey, hey. When it's all over.
Hey.
Thank
Good
you guys.
job.
Thank you guys. That was nerve-wracking for me. That's my first time. This is my first time doing like this big of a project. So it was a lot. And then when it came out, I was like, people are going to hear this, and all the people that hate me are going to hear this. Honestly, this is what I was thinking. All the people that don't like me are going to hear this, and they're going to say mean things. But that hasn't happened. So
Of course they're going to say mean things.
I just don't want it. Not about my singing. That's one thing I'll be really sensitive about.
You know what? No, you won't, because we're going to say it now. Soonie, you can't sing. Soonie. Soonie, you can't sing, Soonie. Come on. Let's do it like the people do it.
Let's do it like they do it. Yeah, well, thank you, everybody. Please go download and stream those songs. Bryson is definitely independent. All this stuff comes out of his pocket. And the best way to help an independent artist is to go stream their music. Go stream it on Apple. I think it's available in the Apple stores right now. If you want to go download the album, just go type in Bryson Gray, the Demon Slayer. Go download the album. Go listen to some fire tunes. Every song on that album, in my personal opinion, I didn't skip one, is some of his best work.
Yeah. It's dope. And
if you're from North Carolina, you're going to like this because it's got a North Carolina J. Cole vibe.
Who was the in the scene like where they're in the jail and it's like a girl and a guy? Who are those two people? They're
girl and a
singing.
guy.
They're rapping with him. Is a girl and a guy.
Oh, that's
That's
Kid
not-
Lee.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember the other rapper's name, but those are also two other Christian rappers that are really good. Kid Lee I
Dude.
like her music. I got her
I
music
was
on my
like-
phone.
Yeah, because I had never heard of them, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool." I like them too.
Kid Lee is a fire artist.
Mm-hmm.
Childlike CC is another artist out there that's putting out positive music.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson, Tyson James. He had a few other features that I'm not really familiar with. So go listen to the album, y'all. It's a fire album.
Very, very good. Very good. All right. So tonight we got to talk about the Candace.
Candace made history, y'all. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah. We're going to
Candace
talk
made
about
history.
Candace. We're going to talk about the Daily Wire. We're going to talk about the Breakfast Club and Candace. Candace is a big topic. She is trending on Twitter. She's trending on TikTok. Candace going to be all right. Okay.
Everywhere.
She gonna be all right. She's taking a few weeks off, and then she's coming back. According to her, what is it called? Socials, threads, or whatever it is. According to that, she's coming back independent, and she is making some other announcements. So I don't know what those are, but she is not going to be tied to anybody. She said, "I want to be able to say what I want to say and not have to answer to anybody." So she truly is free. She has freed herself from the plantation.
It's free.
What'd you say earlier?
Free.
You said she's no longer
Controlled opposition.
controlled opposition.
A lot of people gave Candace, look, if you're honest, you know when your team is being hit, you're gonna come out and fire off.
Yeah.
You are. If Truth in the Marketplace, right, got hit today and Mo got hit today, guess what Soonie's doing? I'm coming out gunning. I don't even think that's a well-known fact. That's a well-known fact. If you guys ever came under the scrutiny and the attack of your like character being called into question, bro, I'm in there. I will get ratchet. I will go live and whatever I need to do. So that part is understood, right?
Yeah.
I expect more of an objective angle coming from her, given that situation. But at the essence of why she did it, I think it's very much so understandable.
Yeah.
But now that she's removed from that, you're going to see a lot of what I've been talking about for a number of years, which is this movement imploding. Have you not noticed that some of the greatest investigative journalists are going indie, up and coming as well?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah. Let's stew on that while I announce the rest of the topics. And then I think we need to jump into this because I think this is what people want to hear about. But we're also going to talk about the Omnibus Bill, which was passed by the House today. You know, I think a lot of people don't take this as serious as they should. But
They should.
y'all, okay, let me explain the Omnibus Bill to you really quick of what it really is. So just imagine you're a mom, okay? And you're shopping and you go to the store with a list and a budget, okay? And you're like, and you have everything in your cart that you're supposed to have. And then your 15 kids and your husband and all these other people that are staying in your house rush into the store and throw a bunch of shit in the cart. And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I had a budget. I had a list. That's what the Omnibus Bill is. And the kids and the people rushing in are the Congress. Okay. And they are throwing everything in that damn cart they can throw in. Okay. Now,
I wish we had a gift.
yes. Now, the important part of this all is everything that's in that cart, you and me are paying for. So we should be highly invested in what they put in that cart, y'all. Okay.
Absolutely.
And who's okaying putting it in the cart? Because I hate to break it to you, but people on the right side are co-signing on this shit. And to the point where now they want to get rid of the speaker. Okay, which that should happen before this, but whatever.
Wash, rinse, recycle. I mean, cycle, not recycle. I'm sorry. Wash, rinse, repeat. Now we want to get rid of Mike Johnson, and we want to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. These topics are fun. I can't wait to hit all of them.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the Omnibus Bill. Then we're going to talk about Kate Middleton. We didn't really care about this topic but she made an announcement today about her health, so we'll talk about it a little bit. I just have a little rant to go on in regards to that. I have a clip from The View. They say that men are useless. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about
ridiculous.
it. And it looks like Miss Letitia James is going to be a little bit upset. Okay. Because Trump made a boss ass move today and he got his True Social approved to be publicly traded. Okay.
Ooh, Trump's about to make some money.
Which means he's about to pocket
invest.
$4 billion. Okay.
Let me hit my husband up right now.
The only challenge with that is that he has to liquefy those assets, pretty quickly, so that he can have the cash. Now he's got cash in his pocket, but ain't nobody walking around with the type of cash he needs to come up with. Okay. Just because you're rich and you have a lot of stuff and you have a lot of buildings, you have a lot of businesses, doesn't mean you have that in liquidity. So, and it would be great to have Liddell on to explain that one because he could really explain that side of it. But ask him if he has time, he can come on and talk about the Trump True Social thing. Then I have an update, a teensy just update, because if y'all don't remember, that ex-Tennessee cop that she was like in a gangbang with all of her coworkers.
Yeah, the white lady.
The white lady, man. Well, let me tell you, she got a payout. No surprise there. But we will talk about that as well. And if there's anything else we can get to, we'll get to it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Candace Owens, shall we?
Oh, I got some clips. I'll send it to you because I can only pull it up from my Instagram. So you want me to send it to your Let's Talk Darling while we're talking?
Yeah. No, or you can just send it to me on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
Or you can send it to me on Instagram. That's fine too.
Okay. Candace made history, y'all.
Yeah, she did.
Mo said save it for the show, but I was just talking about how truly iconic this is for anybody who is about objective reporting, and you're doing shows like this where you're dealing with news and you're honestly responsible for giving people the truth instead of filling it with a bunch of narratives and filibustering. I think that's what Candace represents to a lot of us. At least that's what it was for me when I decided to do this, is she didn't care about what people felt. She just told the truth. And the fact that she's busting outside of Big Con, shout out to Crowder. They could really join forces and do something major. Hopefully they can both put their egos aside and do something major with that. But the big conservative conglomerate just lost one of the biggest investigative journalists that they had outside of Glenn Beck.
Yeah.
Outside of Glenn Beck, because they lost Steven Crowder. He was major. And they just lost Candace.
Yeah. And ain't nobody trending like Candace. Like that, she's been trending for like months on end straight. Okay. Months on end straight. I don't know.
Listen. Ain't nobody checking. I think
ain't nobody checking. Hold on, because I'm trying to log back into my Instagram because I logged in on my other account. Did you send it to send it to me on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I did.
Let me see.
It's right here though. I was able to get it over here.
Oh, okay.
I actually did your idea. Sent it via WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm using Black media today because this is a win. I know a lot of people have some critiques about her interview. We're going to talk about those. A lot of people didn't think she went all the way, or she didn't really showcase herself in a good way. A lot of people said they feel like she was saying, "Hey, Black people, I love you," which is all understandable. But in my opinion, Candace played her cards right. But the bigger conversation is Big Con. And Jeremy Boring, as you can see right here at the bottom, put out a statement that said Daily Wire and Candace have ended their relationship. And people are suspecting that it's because of the comments that she made here when she was talking to Charlamagne the God.
And let me just say this, okay, before you play this. Notice the statement came from Jeremy Boring, y'all. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of history here. But the headlines that you guys are seeing, that Candace Owens gets fired from Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire, it actually is not Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. It is owned by Bent Key Ventures, and Ben Shapiro was an investor in Bent Key Ventures. He is not the main investor in Bent Key Ventures. That is another person, along with Jeremy Boring, which is why Jeremy Boring is the head of Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro is nowhere on the leadership board of Daily Wire. He is a host of Daily Wire. He is an investor in Bent Key Ventures, LLC, and that is it. Okay. So Ben Shapiro actually did not fire Candace Owens. We don't know who fired or if somebody left or if whatever happened, but I just want to clear that up because Ben Shapiro don't own the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Thanks for that distinction, because a lot of people do think that. But here's a clip.
And she-
Sorry. Let me go to the next slide. Well, this is a tweet. The Shade Room. They leave clips
I love
incomplete all the
the way-
time, but
Yeah.
they're going back and forth about if this tweet got her fired. She explained that she was actually talking to Thomas Massey when he was on the internet saying crazy things, and she put, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for their kingdom of heaven." Sorry, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute, and it goes on, right? Ben Shapiro took that as a shot and interpreted her message the wrong way, which, in my opinion, was strategically done, because she's responding to Massey, who is literally saying that the G word, okay? I don't know if we can say that on here, but unaliving at a massive level based on your ethnicity and ethnic cleansing, we can use that. He said that doesn't exist. And he also said that there is no good Palestinian, which is what they do to justify what's going on over there. And Candace has been known to not support what's going on. She's been vocal about it. She's been speaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ben Shapiro took the attention away from that and decided to make it about money and what's becoming between her and God, instead of him hopping on with his so-called friend or work colleague to say, you know what? We should be calling for peace, because there are innocent people on both sides dying due to the actions of a few, which would be corrupt political warring factions. That's literally what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to take attention off of that. Excuse me. I need a break. My throat hurts.
Yeah, and this probably would have died down had Candace not made another video where she went after Rabbi Shmuley and the Jays and said, "Did y'all have something to do with Michael Jackson's death?"
She really did go there.
I don't think that Candace is like trying to like irritate, Ben and the Daily Wire. I think she's doing what she's always done, which is report on the news. And, she had been covering the Diddy stuff, and that kind of triggered her thought process on, because the Fahim, whatever his name is, Fahim Rashad, who was listed in the Diddy lawsuit, all of a sudden she starts doing her investigation. She's like, wait a minute, this dude was at the Michael Jackson death scene, like what's going on here? And
all she doing is connecting the dots.
All
Dang.
she's doing is connecting the dots, and y'all, and yeah, they were probably like, listen, she's out of control. And now she's going on to the Breakfast Club. We can't control her anymore. She's out of control. That's what they thought.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this is a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's a long time coming. It's something that I believe should have happened a long time ago. Which is why I'm going to come out and say it first. I don't believe she's controlled opposition anymore. I did. Based on the coverage, based on the topics that she was choosing to cover, based on just a lot of her opinions.
Yeah.
When they're always in tandem with what every conservative media source is saying, anybody kind of naturally draws that conclusion. But when she came out in this whole conflict over in Israel, I think I was very vocal about how appreciative it was to have someone like her being objective and saying, wait a minute, nope, let's just investigate this a little more before we draw a conclusion.
And we see what happens to us when we talk about it. I gotta be over here pulling out my Jewish roots, okay, just to keep us from getting canceled. Anyways, that post that you had was the original. This is why Candace got fired. But then this started resurfacing today. And this was one of the last videos that Candace made, or rants. And I think that I watched the Daily Wire, or her show on YouTube. But if you don't subscribe to the Daily Wire, you don't get to see the full thing. And this may have been under the subscription, but somebody screen captured it. So I wanted to play it and see what you guys thought. Because this probably could have been the reason.
To be honest with you, because everybody's noticing it. Every single political commentator in America, every single one of them knows this, that if you do not step out and say things that are radically pro-Israel, or if you are too quiet on certain narratives and they want you to be radically pro-Israel, you can lose everything. That's true. That is a fact. I'm not feeling like I need to hide from that anymore or be afraid to say it, rather, is a better way to say it, because I've endured this for years. I'm just at the end of my rope. I have given so much rope here, and I am just done with it. In a few weeks, I will be out to Israel, and I will be out to Gaza, and I will be able to report to you guys what it is that I actually see. But I also want to say this because it's so important. I am Team God. Okay? I'm Team God. I do not fear the media. I do not fear journalists. I do not fear AIPAC. I don't fear Big Pharma. What I actually fear is God. I think that one day we are all going to have to account for the things that we have done and the things that we have said. And I want to make sure that I am not a person that is parroting lies. The fear of losing your job, encouraging some people to spit out lies, I don't think that works in the end, right? I think you got to check your priorities. And so with that said, I want to thank everybody who has been on this journey with me, people that have supported me. I especially want to thank all of the Jewish people that have been in the comments saying how outraged they are. And I know that it is especially difficult for you guys right now because you are being smeared, you know? I mean, I'm not going to go away. I'm going to use my God-given voice to talk about the things that are important for me. I'm just asking to be left alone, or at least just report the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. But don't worry, because we will see you tomorrow for a brand new episode.
And then she didn't go back.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
That's pretty fire, right? It's pretty fire.
But all she's doing is finally coming out and saying what I've been saying for a minute. Everybody thinks you're lying when you say these things. I think somebody said, why don't you just come out and expose who they are? Because I'm not Candace. If I do it, it's going to be perceived as an attack on you're a clout chaser. I think we talked about this. You just want their clout. You don't even know what you're really talking about. Candace just came out and said what I've been saying for a minute. And she just admitted herself that for a while she's been controlled opposition and she got tired of it. Yeah. So Candace is no longer controlled opposition. Thank you. Welcome to the fold, sis. Because it's rough down here with the rest of us.
And the next question will be, who's going to follow? Because we all know when Candace moves, right? Other people move, okay? Other people, when Candace starts having an opinion about something that other people may have been quiet on, then they start talking, okay? Because she kind of lets it, okay, the door's open now, y'all can talk, okay? You know, and that's what's going to happen. So it's very interesting. It's going to be very interesting in the next few days, especially since she's going to be gone for the next couple of weeks, kind of, you know, taking a little break. Who's going to surface? I told Soonie earlier today, I was watching the PBD podcast, the Patrick Bet David podcast, because this morning, Dave Rubin was like live the minute that this news broke, right? So I never listen to Dave Rubin's Instagram lives, like boring, like unless I want to take a nap. And I was like, I popped into it and the title of it was like, I called this happening in regards to Candace Owens. So he makes mention that he was on the Patrick Bet David podcast, and I go over to go look for the interview. And y'all remember, I'm going to take you a little history lesson back, that Soonie and I were very critical of Candace because during the whole LGBTQ thing, she stood 10 toes down next to her friend, very good friend, Dave Rubin, who is a gay man who was adopting children or was having them through a surrogate or something like that. So we were like, how could you be pro to gay men having a child through a surrogate. Well, then you know that Candace started doing all this stuff on surrogacy and the evils of surrogacy. And I was like, well, that's weird because her friend Dave Rubin had a baby via surrogacy, right? Well, come to find out, while I was watching this interview, Dave said the last time him and Candace spoke was when she was helping him shop for baby strollers for his babies. And that was the last time they spoke. He's like, I thought we were good friends, but I guess not. So there has been a falling out between Dave Rubin and Candace Owens. So y'all, behind the scenes, okay, Candace has been going through some type of awakening. Obviously.
We all go through it.
Yeah. Like I don't even think we're seeing the half of it.
Oh, we're not.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. That... I think it is only something, and I'm not trying to ostracize anybody, but I think this is only a dilemma that people with moral fabric have. When you are a Christian and you are convicted about these things, after a certain extent, you're like, okay, I'm lying to myself and I'm lying to you, and now I just can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's what it came to. She said it before. She fears God more than all of y'all, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And
I got to answer for this stuff.
You said earlier when we were on the phone, you were like, and you didn't even say the Christian part, but you were like, you can only pretend for so long. And I think in all of us, there is a moral compass that tugs at us sometimes. Like when we know that we're not being our authentic selves, you know what I mean? Like when we're doing it for the wrong reasons. And if you're a Christian, you call that God. If you're not a Christian, you call that the universe, or you call that your gut, or whatever you want to call it.
Conscious.
It doesn't matter. You're conscious. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. We all have it, and we all know that feeling. But it's clear that Candace has been getting a little bit more deep into her faith. Is she perfect? Is she doing it all? No, but I think we're witnessing a woman kind of walking through the steps of her awakening, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just all I'm doing is showing that this is what believers go through, bro. I said this October 7th, the day it happened. I have every single flag crossed out because I'm not standing with none of it. I stand with Jesus. I think it is something that she spiritually went through. When you are at your wits' end and you cannot pretend anymore, you go through an identity crisis. Every Black conservative that has a biblical foundation, you go through this. I went through it. Mine was a little more brutal because I wasn't Candace. I didn't have a big name. I was up and coming and everybody shot me down. But I'm just happy to have someone else that's a part of the fight that really wants to tell the truth. At the end of the day, that's all I really care about is if we're making people actively think and you're telling them the truth and you're not parroting what some political faction wants you to parrot, bro. We got to tell the truth.
Same. Yeah. And it's funny, like, that we're on this topic because earlier we were trying to look up like the Daily Wire statistics and on their YouTube to see if they had dropped subscriptions. And I had never found this website that Soonie told me about where you could look it up. You have to pay for it, by the way, Soonie, to see the most current ones because what we were looking at wasn't current. But anyways, I was like, oh, let me look at my page, and I was like, oh, I've never looked at my page statistics like this, and I was like, oh, that's really sad. And then Soonie was like, yeah, you should look at your statistics. And I was like, no, I don't look at statistics. I go by, do I feel good doing what I'm doing? I don't care. I mean, y'all, truth be told, if I cared about numbers and I cared about statistics, I wouldn't be doing this show. I wouldn't be talking about politics. I would be talking about being 400 pounds and which lipstick and eyeshadow I like best. Okay. Because truth be told, that's the easiest topic. That's what gets people watching. That's what gets people sitting there. That's what makes money because we come up here every day and, do what we do. And I don't look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I don't look at the numbers. I just go by, this feels good. And when it doesn't feel good anymore to me, then I'm not going to do it. And Soonie, I'm sure, is the same. Like when it's not feeling right to her anymore, then it's not feeling right. We all got to move with how we feel, or if we need to change something, we need to change, we change it. That's just is what it is, and I think that's what Candace is going through right now.
I
The
think
Daily Wire was good for a second, and now it's not.
it was useful for what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she got to where she launched herself into culture and everything else with her opinions.
Yeah.
That's why I got annoyed with people like she owes Trump. Trump made her. Trump didn't make her. If anything, it was Brexit and the fact that there were black conservatives coming out of the woodwork in tandem with what Trump was doing, which made him relevant.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Because I would not, let me not say that, because I was interested in Trump before I even knew who Tatum or Candace was, to be honest with you. I didn't learn about Tatum until my husband used to watch his police videos. This was way a long time ago before he even got the 1 million subscribers. When him and, what's his name? Lucas?
Amazing
The
Lucas.
Amazing Lucas. This was back when they were warring.
Yeah.
This predates everything, but I hope Tatum comes out in support. I hope a lot of influencers come out in support of her and make the same declaration to
Yeah.
tell the truth.
Yeah. I have to go back to a comment you made where you said, like, people say that Trump made Candace. I hate when
Yeah.
people say, oh, so-and-so was made by this person. I definitely think you can get a leg up, right? Like, somebody can give you exposure. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't have what it takes, it doesn't matter who props you up.
Yeah.
You ain't going to stay there. Okay. It takes work, and some of
Sure.
us are lucky to know somebody that might expose us or share our posts or share our content or whatever. And that's just the luck of the draw. But if you don't keep it up, if you don't keep it
ain't gonna
up,
work.
it ain't going to work. So give Candace and other people a little more credit for where they've gotten in this industry, because it takes work. It takes work.
Yeah.
And she was just smart. She's smart and she knows when to move. She knows when to leave. She was probably stacking up her coins at the Daily Wire thinking, this is not my final
played the
destination.
game.
Exactly.
She played the game.
Yeah.
She played the game. I'm not built for it like Candace, bro. I'd be spazzed out and be like, man, F all y'all. I ain't getting on TV and saying this. Would have been the problem, child.
Soon as you have attitude. See.
Be on camera on Fox News like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I could just see Soonie on a Fox News hit. If she don't want to talk, dude, Soonie will be like attitude face. Okay. They're gonna be like, so Soonie, what do you think about this? And Soonie gonna be like, I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. Yeah.
Dude, lights, camera, action, and Candace
Right.
is on. I'd have been like, bro, I need some external factors to help me get through this day because this ain't gonna work. I'm happy for her. She said she's finally free. Shout out to Candace. Excited to see what she does in the future with her new gained independence. And hopefully we can get some more truth related news.
Yes.
It'll be awesome to be able to use her journalism and her investigations to get
Yeah.
online and continue the message, because that's what it's all about.
I agree. Let's talk about her what is it? Her interview on the whatchamacallit, the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club? Yeah.
Yes. I know you had sent me a clip that you wanted to talk about, but if you guys didn't watch that interview, you guys have to go watch it. It was actually a really good interview, although she took heat. And I screenshotted, by the way. I screenshotted Director Phil's comments because I woke up this morning and I was like, I need to screenshot these because I would love to read these to the audience. Okay.
Ooh, can you show them? Oh, never mind. If you don't have it sent to WhatsApp, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could send it, but it's going to take a long time because it's a lot. Okay, so let me read this. Okay, so y'all just sit back, get a little snack or something like that, and I'm going to read a little bit. This is Director Phil. If you guys don't know him or follow him, he's just somebody that we used to debate with back in the day, and he had some commentary on this Breakfast Club interview. He is Black also, so I need to put that in perspective because he's making these comments. All right. So he said, after watching Candace on the Breakfast Club, long overdue, I doubled down on how detached our side is from the Black side of America or Black culture. That's not a shot at Candace. It's a shot at our side's talking head influencers in general. Also, it further proves my point that most people on our side don't know how to have a conversation with the other side, that I feel like just a conversation and not a soapbox conversation. There were so many moments in that interview where Candace could have been more generally clear about what she meant, but instead, she just went on a bold statement word salad run. I believe in the Merriam-Williamson quote, "There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure about you," end quote. However, I also believe in the quote from the Bible, "Tell the truth in gentleness." Candace didn't do anything wrong in her interview, just to be clear. However, there were moments where I believe she could come down on the word salad and intellectual verbiage. For the sake of the audience listening to not misconstrue or not as easy to misconstrue, they asked her about her marrying a white man when she speaks of uplifting Black families. This was a great opportunity to really dive into that question. But instead, Candace basically said she liked his mind and he's intelligent enough to converse with her on a daily basis. I completely understand that. I myself feel the same way to a degree. I work around a lot of white people in Hollywood, but I never really noticed it because I don't look at myself as a Black man and I don't look to them as white people or Latino people. I see myself as just a man and them as just people. I don't attach skin color to it. I see color, I just don't focus on it. They asked her about Kanye and the White Lives Matter shirt. This was an opportunity to ask, instead of tell the host White Lives Matter, then possibly ask if Black Lives Matter. Which I was confused. I was confused by that statement because I'm like, I thought you didn't focus on color, so why would you want her to draw that distinction? And have everyone agree on air that both lives matter. It would be a fantastic way to bring more Black young people into a better understanding of Candace and even the shirt. But instead, yet again, she gave an intellectual word salad. The audience that we say we want to wake up from her own mouth are failing basic reading at 75%. So that should tell you how we speak to them is very important. The words we choose, the inflections, the bold statements. If we want to reach them, our side can't even give a young man advice on how to approach a woman and successfully obtain her number. But yet our side's talking heads will say, get married, have lots of children. So many of them are simply out of touch with modern reality. Most of the time, you have to meet people where they are if you want to help or wake people up. I'm happy to see Candace on the Breakfast Club, but let's be clear, making people like you and leading people to think differently about politics and their own mental configurations are two different things. So did you think she was spewing a word salad on the Breakfast Club? Yeah.
No.
Neither did I.
And in fact, if you look at the comment section on Hollywood Unlocked, if you look at the comment section under the Breakfast Club AM, on their YouTube and their Instagram, you will see Black people saying, wow, okay, she made some valid points. I didn't think of it this way. Wow. Yeah. It's nice to see her outside of the political realm. She even says that in her interview was, people just think of me as politics. I'm much more than that. So what she did was showcase how she's much more than that. To me, this was a solid answer of, I like his mind. I could care less about what he looks like. She referenced a landmark Supreme Court case, which made interracial marriage legal. So how much more blackety black do you want her to get? She used a Supreme Court that directly relates to Black people in the topic of racism. I think this is just a moment of, you can't please everybody. You know, I think this is also a moment of a contradiction, because if Black people aren't a hive mind, then there's not one way to speak to Black people. She went on as herself and she showcased herself. She was Candace. Yes. Let her be Candace, because we want Black people to like Candace, not a fucking product that appeals to them. Yeah. No.
Yeah. She did not come on at all as Candace, the political pundit. She came on as just a regular girl. She was like answering just the most random of questions. They were like, have you dated a Black guy? And she was like, yeah. She's like, actually, I used to like Asian guys more than anything. And then I think they made like a little smirky comment about Asian guys having little, you know what's, and they were like, oh, okay. And she laughed at that. But let's play this clip of her explaining why she married a white man. And Cheryl made a comment. She said, I don't see the need for that question about, her husband being white. And you're correct. There's no need to ask somebody, why did you choose to marry the race you chose to marry? But we're talking about the Breakfast Club, and the black people that listen to the Breakfast Club want to know why Candace didn't marry a black man. Okay. Because they call her whitewashed all the time. Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he asked the question, but it really wasn't in a disrespectful way. But let's go ahead and listen.
Said earlier, because I know a lot of people hear you say, well, Candace, you're speaking a lot about, the black family, but then you married a white man.
Yeah.
Dr. Umar would have a huge problem.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the Umar Johnson one?
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to.
Do we have, I'm sorry to interrupt this, but do we have one that doesn't have the music in the background?
No, we don't.
Hold on. Let me see if I have one.
Lil Scrappy is stupid. I just responded to Scrappy. He said, wow, boys. So she know now how it feels to be black, Jack. My bad.
Okay. Here's one without music. Hold on.
Because I know a lot of people hear you say, well, Candace, you're speaking a lot about, the black family, but then you married a white man.
Yeah.
Dr. Umar would have a huge problem with that.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's Asian population everywhere.
Yeah.
Bro, that was not a intellectual word salad. That was, I don't care about his race. I was attracted to his mind.
Yeah.
I needed somebody to how many times have we said that as women? I could not be with anybody outside of my husband because nobody else would be able to handle me.
Well, okay. But see, here's the thing. There's a difference between women that say nobody else would be able to handle me because she's a pain in the, you know what?
Yeah, but that's not how I mean it. Yeah.
But what the way Candace means it is somebody who could challenge me intellectually, right?
Right.
So I think most women on this planet are like, well, he tolerated me, girl, because I'm a pain in the ass. It's not that she was intellectual or she needed somebody who was really going to like grow her mind.
Yes.
But that's what Candace was saying.
I understand that point.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Candace was saying. Like, I personally need a challenge.
But don't. Maybe I'm just. I don't know. Maybe we're a minority in this, but I mean, I wanted that. I feel like that's what every woman wants.
I think most want one they can control.
I feel like I'm old and I'm tapped out of the game because I just had this conversation in Discord where someone was like, what did they ask me? They said, why do you have a Scarface poster in the back of your room? And I said, because I like Scarface. Well, do you even know what it's about? And I was like, yeah, he was a G. He was an illegal immigrant that came over here and dominated.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? And they were like, oh, so you like dominance? And I was like, yeah. Like, it's masculinity.
Yeah.
I need the challenge, of course.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, well, how would you know these things? And I was like, because I'm attracted to it. So maybe you're right. Maybe women don't want that, but like, that's attractive to me, especially if you're smarter than me and you're more wittier than me and you can like outdo me in this subject and I'm learning from you, then
yeah,
maybe it's just me.
I
like
lead?
Intelligence.
Can you lead?
Yeah.
Yes. But not everybody likes that.
Sapiosexuals, where you at?
You're so funny. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what it was that Phil wanted her to say in that moment. Like,
yeah.
Again, he went on this whole rant about how he personally doesn't look at color, but then he felt like to the community audience she was speaking to, she needed to explain that a little bit more. For what?
But how can she if she's not a person that makes if she doesn't view her life based on that? Why would she reinforce what we all think is detrimental to begin with, which is looking at skin color first? Now, of course, we all notice that we're different races, right?
Yeah.
But that would be counterproductive to what she's trying to do. I mean, I think she introduced Black people to a different way of thinking, especially women.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth here because I think looks are very important, but looks need to line up with your brain. I think I've made that clear several times. Like if you're dumb, then that's, it's an automatic no.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, just to put in context that wasn't shown in this clip that I showed, they were talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, which is why it like quickly went to his face, because Dr. Umar Johnson believes in not race mixing. He believes Black men and women should be with other Black men and women. They should not mix with the white race or the Latino race or any other race besides Black. So that's kind of why they put that question out. And Candace was like, I know who Umar Johnson is, but I'm not like really familiar with what he says. And then now there's like this whole call for them to debate.
Candace.
Yeah.
Candace, how you don't know who Umar Johnson is, girl?
Yeah. Well, you know, the other thing that was kind of funny in this interview, and I read this article, is they gave her like a whole Black history quiz in the interview, I guess, to test her Blackness, which I think is another dumb thing. But you know what? She took it like a champ. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't trying to pretend like she didn't know the answers or that she even cared that she didn't know the answers. But they asked her who the first Black woman was to serve as Supreme Court justice. And she was like right now? Like, right, the one that's right now. And then she's like, can you give me the
first one?
Can she give me the first letter? You know what I mean? But you know, like, they were asking her that. Then they were like giving her church phrases. They were calling this a Black quiz. They were giving her church phrases like God is good. And then she had to respond with God is good. Amen. She said another wrong answer. Proper response is all the time. God is good all the time. See, only if you're Black would you know that. Okay. According to that. All the time. Is. Yeah. And then they made her finish the lyrics to some songs. One she got, the other one she didn't. But there's some, you know, Black journalists that judged the entire interview off her Black history knowledge. And I just think that's so funny to me because I'm Hispanic. And if you told me who was the first Hispanic, but I don't know everything Hispanic, nor do I care. Okay. I have limited space in my brain, and I do not have space in my brain for Hispanic history highlights. I just don't. It just doesn't matter to me. It's not, and I'm sure it doesn't matter to her either. That does not make a Black person, by the way.
To me, that's so trivial.
Right.
Like, that is so trivial.
So trivial.
If you don't know the lyrics, it's just a litmus test for like, okay, let's see how Black you really are. Are you Black or are you kind of Black?
But here's my thing: is these are the same people that say it doesn't matter because when the police pull me over, all they see is a Black man, a Black woman. Okay, the police ain't pulling you over going, "Who was the first Supreme Court judge? Let me see how Black you really are."
Fuck these Biggie lyrics.
Right. What's Sexy Red's middle initial? Come on.
Tell me what NWA said.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
I'm gonna support Candace. Shout out to Candace and this newfound independence.
Yeah.
I just want to see where the chips fall, and this is going to be a very exciting election season. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting going forward because so many people are going independent. I'm just saying. Okay. And are we still talking about politics since it's related to Candace?
Yeah.
Can I segue into this?
Sure.
Because it's going into the bill, and I know we said we were going to talk about that.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Omnibus Bill.
Can somebody go tell, and what they call her, MTG, Marjorie what's her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Mm-hmm.
I can only remember her plastic face. She irritates my soul. Can y'all tell her, or can y'all vote her out?
Please.
Like,
Please.
She got to go. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is called grandstanding. I used to use that word a lot back in the day. You want to remove Speaker Mike Johnson after you already removed Speaker Kevin McCarthy, and replace him with who?
Right? We ain't trusting you no more. Not that we ever did.
Listen, last time I checked, it took a majority to even pass bills. So replace it with who, dog? You?
Exactly.
I'm gonna play this clip for y'all. I can't stand this lady. She needs to go take a break. Go sit down somewhere.
So hard to go the last time. You're going to go through.
It was hard to go the last time, but look at where we are now. They just passed a funding bill that doesn't secure our border, does nothing to stop the daily invasion. This budget funds full-term abortion. It funds DEI. It funds trans ideology on our youth as young as 12 years old. We're already in crisis. So
Is this the fight that you?
real leadership.
Is this the fight you want to have in an election year?
Absolutely. It's the fight I want to have in the election year because, damn it, I want to win that House. I want to win the White House. I want to win the Senate. And I want to restore this country back to greatness again, back to safety, back to security for every single American.
Hold on, I gotta skip to the next slide. Well, she was done. I'm sorry, but look at her comments here. The Republican-controlled House just passed a 1.2 trillion spending bill that doesn't secure our borders but funds full-term abortion and trans ideology on our youth. This is them passing it, but this is what I want to give to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay, I just.
She's gotten this quite a few times. She's probably an honorary member at this point.
Like, dog, you went on TV to say, we need to oust him. Is this the best you can do? And then she said, this is literally what she said. Hold on, let me read her quote. This is just a warning. Okay. I filed a motion to vacate today, but it's more of a warning and a pink slip, she added. I respect our conference. I paid all my dues to my conference. I am a member in good standing, and I do not wish to inflict pain on my conference and throw the House in chaos. Then why did you move or file a motion to oust him?
Right.
You did it to grandstand, like I just said?
So they could put a Republican or so they could put a Democrat in there? Are you crazy? Está loca.
Let me get on TV and become relevant again because I ain't been popping in a minute. Let me say I'm going to file a motion to oust him and then simultaneously say, I don't really mean it. I'm just doing it to give him a warning. Bitch, this man ain't think about you. He is the most powerful person in Congress right now. Do you really think he cares what Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was smashing Alex Stein, allegedly, cheating on your husband, having a bunch of affairs? Do you really think these people or these men give a flying fart what you think?
I forgot about that her and what's his name were smashing. I forgot about that. He came with the text messages.
Nobody care what you talk about. Sit your ass down somewhere.
I'm telling you.
I can't stand her.
Dude, I can't stand her either. She's like, you know, the mother that's at school that like when everybody's waiting in line in their cars, she's the one that gets out and talks to everybody. That's her. She's the one that like.
Is she the PTA mom?
Yeah, she's a PTA mom. You know, and she like pops in your window. She's like, hi, Susie. I saw Bobby at the game. Oh my God. Did you see that one mom that she showed up? That's her. Okay. That's why I don't like her. She
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Men in Congress will never do that. They gave women these rights to begin with. If they take them back, they'll appear misogynistic. And we can't have that. We just can't have it. So don't get your hopes up, please.
Just to kind of give you guys a breakdown. I don't know if I pulled the right article. Hold on a second. Do you have the breakdown of everything that's in this dang bill?
The breakdown?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the labor one, the HHS education bill.
Yeah, but I wanted the one that had everything in it. This just talks about HHS.
Yeah.
I sent the wrong one.
Overview of Omnibus.
What up, P.
I can't believe
Gain?
they finally passed this, man. I remember we were talking about them passing this years ago. This is back in 2000.
Yeah.
No, this is the second one, right? Or is this still the first one?
No, this is the second. I think they had another one like a year ago.
Okay.
Right? Am I correct? I think.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, because that was the year one. It was the 2022 one.
Oh, I pulled up
close
the
this
old
out.
one.
Listen, it's harder to do this because this bill was hundreds, if not thousands, of pages long, and you kind of just
Thousands.
have to like keyword check what you think is messy in the bill because
Yeah.
you're not going to get to all of it.
And this is
You're
what
really
they
not
do.
going to.
They always do this. Like they come up to the last minute and they like, oh, we're about to have a government shutdown if these guys don't pass it. And then
Mhm.
they're expected to read, 1,012 pages within a couple of hours and vote on it.
Yeah.
Ain't
Yeah.
no way that is possible. Okay.
Oh, you know
because
what?
they
Hold on, I'll get
constantly
it.
change it. They constantly,
I'll
like
be
I
right
said,
back.
y'all. Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, y'all, if y'all didn't tune in for my Omnibus Bill explanation, okay, these people, while we're just waiting on our tax dollars to be spent, they're just putting snacks in the cart. You know what I mean? Like these congressmen are just, you know, mama's pushing the cart and they just throwing stuff in. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, don't worry. The American people pay for that. Ukraine, don't worry about the American people pay for that. I heard on the radio today, and I don't think Soonie found it, but I heard on the radio today because I was listening to AM radio that there's like a gay nursing home or something like that they're giving money to. Oh Lord, all this LGBTQ stuff.
Somebody's going to send it to me. So
Okay.
while they're sending it to me, the most sinister one, look, a gay nursing home is like, ha ha, really? Whatever.
Is that true?
I've heard that, but I myself didn't read it, so I'm not gonna
You know,
say that it's true.
you know that gay, you know the gay nursing home be lit. Okay. So-
I mean,
Bunch
the
of
nursing
old
home is
people.
already spreading STDs, so let's amplify it by spreading super deadly ones.
Do you think nursing homes there's that type of sexual activity going on?
Yeah,
Really? With the old people?
dude, they be spreading STDs like a mug in there. Yeah, they ain't got nothing else to do.
Oh my gosh. We'll put the link to join the show a little bit later, guys, after we get through some of the topics. If you guys want to jump in and talk about anything and give your 2 cents, we'll put the link in there.
Yeah, so here is some of the breakdown as far as the agencies that were given money. Department of Health and Human Services is the agency, and then they give the accounts, and then they give the project. So what stood out to me was this Briar Patch Youth Services, Wisconsin, counseling for at-risk youth, right? If you were to think of that, I would think Black kids. I would be like, okay, they're trying to help out the Black community, so let's see what they're earmarking this $400,000 for. All right, and this came from Baldwin, which is a representative in the state of Wisconsin. She is a senator. But then I went to the website and voila, look what I find, right? Opportunities to get involved. See all these things, youth and family services, Black History Month, neurodivergence, right? But what stood out to me, I'm going to go back, was the Teens Like Us, LGBTQIA plus S2. I mean, plus.
They
what
added
is it?
more?
Yeah, okay. Did you see why I fucked it up? LGBTQIA2S plus.
What the hell's the 2S plus?
The two
The
spirit.
hybrid?
Yeah,
Two
the hybrid
spirit.
one.
2 spirit.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Notice they keep going with this binary framework that they reject because
What?
all of us we can all be like 37 different genders and go by Z, Zer. Okay?
Oh my
I just want to point that out for the folks in the back.
Lord help
But
us.
they earmarked $400,000 for this organization that offers these services to our youth. And I'm going to read a few of the statements on here. The Teens Like Us program provides and supports education for queer youth ages 13 through 18. Founded over 20 years ago, TLU provides a safe and brave place for queer and questioning youth to meet with their peers. We serve across the state of Wisconsin. Are you ready? Youth do not need parent/guardian permission to join Teens Like Us. We understand not all youth are at a point in their lives where they can safely and confidently come out. This group for queer and questioning youth ages 13 through end of high school. This is a group. This group is a chill space for youth to support one another, make new friends, socialize, and engage in casual, structured activities and meet guest speakers from the community. To ensure the safety and confidentiality of all who join our group, we only provide the Zoom link directly to the group members. Before you can give the Zoom link or address of where we meet in person, we just need the youth to fill out a quick intake poll. All the information we gather will remain confidential. Youth can fill out the intake form at the following link. I will go there eventually and show you guys how they're circumventing the parental consent process. Please note that masks are required at all in-person TLU groups and events as we strive to be inclusive of folks who are immunocompromised. We also ask that group members do not attend if they're feeling sick or if they've had COVID-19 in their homes. They offer Queer Training 101, which they don't really get into what the hell that even is.
Well, it says right there, Queer 101 description.
Oh, it does. Description.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even see that before. Thank you for pointing that out. Can you guys see it? The PDF that just popped up?
You're gonna have to, we see it, but it's gotta be large, girl.
It's small? Okay. Let's zoom in.
There we go.
See that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So the Teens Like Us program, which is Queer 01, Inclusive and Informed Professional Development, supports an education for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer youth between the ages of 13 through 18, founded over 20 years ago. Blah, blah, blah. We already read that. The goal of this training is to equip those working in youth services with the vocabulary, etiquette, and understanding necessary to work with queer identifying individuals. This training is on a Google slideshow. Wow. Packed with information, presenters give an overview of the differences between sex, gender, and sexuality, along with tips and tricks to be more queer inclusive. The slideshow has more information that can be covered, so at the end of training, participants are given access to view the slideshow at any time at their leisure. This treat is an ongoing reference and treated as an ongoing reference. I'm sorry. There's also a page with external links to help resources for professionals working with youth. This is a 2-hour-long presentation located at Zoom. Apparently they provide compensation.
They pay you to go there?
They're paying you. Compensation for our services is on a sliding scale. Please have your financial supervisor communicate with Teens Like Us program for more information.
What?
Learning objectives. Learn why being queer inclusive is critical when working with youth. Will be provided an intersectional understanding on queer oppression, a brief history of queerness, and a national research on queer youth wellness statistics. I'm getting angry. Sorry.
I'm getting angry.
Understand the basic difference between sex, gender, and sexuality. Learn basic queer vocabulary, including how and when to utilize gender-neutral language. This is an indoctrination camp.
And we're paying for this.
And we're paying for this. $400,000 to be exact. Mm-hmm. Learn how to be a queer, youth-friendly person. And learn how to make safe spaces for queer youth. Teens Like Us members are regularly asked the question, what is one thing you wish adults working with queer kids knew? We work with their wishes. We work their wishes into curriculum.
Where are they located in Wisconsin? Teens like
This
hold on,
is
what is it?
Wisconsin.
Go up real quick. Briar Patch Youth Services, Road, Madison, Wisconsin. Y'all, we need to be calling those people and being like, what in the
Yeah.
Yes,
They're
Liddell,
doing this.
This is in the bill.
Oh, can you send Liddell the link? Sorry, I just saw your text message. My bad.
Oh, send him the link to the show.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat, Liddell, but don't nobody come on this link until we say everybody come on this link. It's just for Liddell.
Here's some optional activities they do. Roundtable discussion. We can provide a Socratic seminar style discussion on what was learned. Gender boxes activity. Practice introductions. Just ask yourself this question as a parent, or ask not even as a parent, as an adult. Can I create an organization, right, where I think children need to play more video games? And because parents won't let children play more video games, and I have found a concocted study that proves that them playing video games without parental consent can help them out more. Would you say I was justified in doing that? Or would you say I'm fucking weird trying to circumvent them having to get there? Why don't you want these kids to have their parents' consent? What are you doing?
Right. I agree. Well, and I brought this up because this is an interesting dynamic. Okay. So this is in Clovis, California. Okay. There's a school in Clovis that is in an uproar. The parents are in an uproar. Okay. Over the fact that a Christian group, I think it's called Fresno Christian Athletes, they are holding a meeting or a club interest meeting for kids who want to attend. And they're saying, hey, we have pizza here if you guys want to come learn about the club, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There are parents going, how dare you not get our consent to teach our children about Christianity?
Where we can fund.
But we can fund. Like, what? How is this even a comparison? This is crazy. The world is upside down.
Fund organizations that are trying to like sneak under your nose and do disgusting things with your children in mind. And I'm sorry, but when you try to circumvent their process, you naturally bring scrutiny upon yourself when you do that. Because the first thing I'm going to want to know is, what are you hiding?
Right.
And why are you hiding this from me? What are you doing? If your intentions are pure, then what are you doing? And I actually had a conversation about this with people who supported this, Mo.
You did? Let me
They
guess.
supported this. Yeah. That's where you go. When you need to have these conversations, you go to Discord.
Dude.
Hey, Liddell.
What's up, Liddell? And they kept giving me the sob story of, well, some of these children are at risk from abuse, suicidal ideations.
Yeah.
And one thing they kept saying is parents need to accept their children like this. Because if you don't, then they need to have safe spaces where they feel accepted.
No.
Trash. Garbage.
I'm creating a fake program that's letting these kids come play at my house on video games for however long they want.
Right.
And you don't know because they ain't got to ask you permission. And I could be doing whatever the fuck I want to do to them along with all my staff.
Yeah.
Garbage.
But we can't teach them about Jesus because that's just too dangerous.
Okay. Trash.
Okay.
Trash.
Was there any more that you wanted to go over what was on the spending, or is that?
There was more LGBTQ earmarkings. Here is what you were talking about. It is true. $850,000. Warren absolutely requested this money. Pocahontas. It is an LGBTQ senior housing incorporation services for adults, older adults. And if you want to look this up, all you have to do is copy and paste, put it in the search bar, and it will pull up right here. LGBTQseniorhousing.org. This is for old people. This was a task force created in 2015. It is absolutely real. It's not fake.
Can you guys hear me well? No.
Yes, we can.
We can hear you. Yeah.
You got some commentary on this, Adele? Our resident economic expert.
Well, of course, it's trash, evil, horseman. But again, guys, man, they have successfully used Black people's civil rights movement as a Trojan horse to push their pride agenda. They've done it. And by doing that, they have massively attained so much power through financing. The reason why Pocahontas is actually prescribing this is because she's gotten a crap ton of money from pride, from the pride movements. It's all about money. So we in the content, we shall overcome all this other mess, and they're over here getting the bag and getting stuff passed. We talking about we shall overcome still. 60 years, no, what was that? 60 years later, we talking about we shall overcome. They didn't overcame.
Yeah, they're cashing checks.
They didn't overcame.
Right.
Appreciate you. So much so, even in the books, Soonie's done a really good job at pointing this out. Even when it comes to the books, they're saying we're actually pushing the Black history, but no, it's not. It's all about queer stuff. Like they have successfully done this, guys. Successfully. So keep crying, we shall overcome, while we getting our ass whooped in the boardroom by these pride people.
Yeah.
Sick.
They have organizations. They start organizations from grassroots, and they attend these very important city council meetings, and they foster relationships. That's literally how you do it. Hey, do you want to create a more queer inclusive environment for kids? Well, I got this program over here. GLAAD did it. GLAAD did it all the way. I think GLAAD did it back in the freaking 80s.
Yes.
And they are massive. Do you know they give directives to talking heads on what to say and what not to say when it comes to the LGBTQ? They even consult with political candidates.
Wow.
Now, Soonie, watch this.
Yeah.
Shows how much of an organization, this shows you how not an organization that benefits Black folks like the NAACP.
Yes.
This shows that whole organization is trash.
It's garbage.
Execution.
Yes.
Horse manure. Garbage. How long has the NAACP been around?
Forever.
Before I was a thought.
and again, and GLAAD has been around since what, the 80s? Who's been more successful? GLAAD or the NAACP?
For sure, GLAAD.
Again, y'all.
1985. Okay. That's when they started. 1985.
NAACP or GLAAD?
GLAAD.
Okay, when did the NAACP get founded?
1909.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
I'm not playing.
Wow.
You have got to be. Oh, sucky ducky. Now, let me ask a dumb question for the people in the back row, in the chat, and my two sisters on the screen. She looked 1985 GLAAD, 1909 NAACP, right? Who has accomplished more in both those tenures?
GLAAD. Obviously.
If you are giving money to the NAACP, stop it.
I mean, GLAAD is cashing, like I said, they're cashing checks. NAACP is showing up to funerals. Okay. That's the only appearance they're making.
But what I'm saying is there's been no policies actually passed.
Zilch. Nada. Well, they'll attribute the Civil Rights Act. This is what they're going to do. They'll attribute the Civil Rights Act.
That's
Both.
trash.
It is trash.
Nope.
I agree with you. They're going to, I think they would even take some responsibility for the 94 crime bill because crime was out of control. And the Black Caucus actually supported that unanimously. Just for people who didn't know that, it's a history lesson.
Horrible bill.
Garbage bill. So it seems like all the bills that are supposed to have good intentions but actually fail have Black folks attached to it.
Come on. And we are not trying to go bad on Black folks. No. I'm looking at excellence in execution. 1909 NAACP. 1985 they actually have pork in this bill. Going to their organization. I have never seen any pork going to any Black communities. Have you?
Well, but they've got them disguised under the LGBTQs. You see, that's what they're doing. They're saying that's all in one. Like you said, they hijacked it. They're basically,
Man, they playing like some punks, man. We can play like some hoes.
Malcolm X said it. The ballot or the bullet. He said it. I wanted to really strengthen what you were saying, which is we don't got no pork in the bill because we don't. Not anything that's actually bringing any change or acceptance like they are. They literally have been successful at forcing inclusion. All right. African American History and Culture Act. We got $6 million for that. Museum for grants for African American history and culture. Let's keep going. Let me go back up.
Soonie, which is why all they asked Candace about was Black history, because that's all they care about. I'm telling you. See?
The African Alliance of Rhode Island got $200,000. The African American Museum of Bucks County, PA. All of it went to museums, y'all. $260,000. Grand Rapids African American Health Institute for education and training pathways, $800,000. We can look into all these organizations and see what they're doing, how their education is. Once again, the African Alliance in Rhode Island for agriculture education. That's it. You type in African American and we got 6. What'd you say?
Stop right there. So how much money went to these so-called Black institutions?
$6 million.
6 million. 6 million. Okay. 6 million. Okay. How much went to the Pride people?
Oh, billions.
Billions? Okay.
We would have to add that up.
Don't worry about it.
She said we need a calculator.
Now,
she said we need.
Are these going to museum on the Pride side? Museums?
No.
No.
Where are they going to?
Actual organizations that have access to the youth.
Yeah.
Hey, like some hoes, man.
Access to the youth. Yes.
Black Caucus, where you at? Where you at, Black Caucus? Byron,
exactly. Byron?
Come on, player. Where you at? Come on, Representative Owens out of Utah. My man's in them. Are you cool with
y'all at?
Where y'all at? Come on, man. Man, the Black Caucus trash. Garbage. This is what we get. So we have actual money going to actual Pride organizations, going directly in their pockets, and we got stuff going to some damn museums. The hell out of here with that garbage.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
That's why Marjorie Taylor said she's moving to oust him. You know what? Dang, I'm not gonna eat my words. I'm gonna be objective, right? Yes. I believe that the majority of the Platinum Plan was virtue signaling. I think it was pandering. I think everybody could agree to that.
I agree.
But
I agree.
The fact that there was trillions, if not billions of dollars earmarked for opportunities, because that's all that bill was for the Black community. I'm okay with that. I would rather have that than what we're seeing go out of our pockets now. I think multiple people can get behind that. If you actually believe that Black people have started behind and they need an opportunity or equity, all right, equity is their best bet, then you would support something like this if we're being consistent.
So Soonie, let me ask you this question. I agree with you. The platinum plan was pandering. Rock with you. Hey, pander on to me, player. No problem. Now watch this. Now watch this. Now, Soonie, in the platinum, what was the realistic outcome of that money flowing to actual Black people?
Oh, I would say 90% of that money was going to actual programs that would help Black people.
Pander on, baby. Bring, give me my stimmy.
Give me my stimmy.
Bring my money. Pander on, baby. Money coming to the folks, to the people.
Yeah.
Damn these museums. Damn these health organizations. I don't give a damn about none of them. None of them. Where's the money? No. $6 million is all we got. $6 million. $6 million. And the rest of it got billions. Trash. This lets me know money is. I mean, man, I hate to say it, but their strategy is brilliant. It's brilliant. They get nails into pushed through while hijacking ours. Man, come on, bro. We gotta stop fighting as Democrats and Republicans when they come to Black folks. Man, come together like, Nick, where is our money? Where is it? We can get behind that. Where is at? I give you an example. AKA Smiles. She is a liberal. Cool in the fan on Instagram. Love her to death. She's gotten so much money through the Opportunity Zone stuff. So much grants. She can write a book on how to get it done. Money going to Black people. Not to no damn organizations. Yes, BLM may have made millions. And it went right over to white folks.
Yep.
And the lesbians. The
lesbians.
We get thrown out like some hoes, man.
Right. But then the Democrats say they're going to put Harriet Tubman on the $2 bill, and everybody loses their mind and goes to the vote, goes and votes Democrat. See,
see y'all, this progress, y'all. See,
me on a bill.
I'm gonna say it. If I'm gonna get pandered to, bring me a checkbook. Bring me some money.
Yeah.
F off talking. Where is the cash?
You want to see what else? Look, y'all. This is how we got pandered to again as Black folks. I'm reading through this bill as y'all talking. Innovation, demonstration, and assistance activities includes $6,148,000 for National Days of Services. Includes September 11th, which is a National Day of Service and Remembrance, and Martin Luther King National Day of Service. So we're going to put more money.
For what? For what? So they can have a parade? I don't understand. What is the money going towards? So they can have a parade on those days?
Every Democrat, Republican, Independent that is Black, I better hear videos coming out of you guys going to these meet and greets with your senators and your congressmen saying, where the hell is the money for the Black folks? I ain't talking about no damn institutions. I ain't talking about no damn organizations. Black people. Where is the pork? Where's it at? I didn't see all them videos, all of them. I'm going to ask the questions. Keith Self, Pat Fallon, Beth Van Dyne, I'm calling you out. I'm asking where the money for the Black folks. And don't be telling me about these damn organizations. Fuck them.
Yeah. Cheyenne, that's what we're talking about right now, actually. Wow, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's not surprising. This is literally what we go through every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
They gave to thrift stores. They gave $500,000 to Christ Medical. It says Advocate Christ Medical Center, Illinois, for a career pipeline program. Yeah. I mean, are you shocked? Is anybody really shocked?
No. They just use black civil rights movements. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said that civil rights bill that was passed by LBJ's racist behind was the worst business deal we ever had. The worst deal. We had immature people, sophomore people that didn't know how to negotiate at the table. Wasn't our best. It wasn't our worst, but it wasn't our best at all. We got played like some hoes.
Facts. He ain't telling no lies.
I'm tired of getting played, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired of getting played. Now, Soonie text messaged me about Trump True Social going public.
Yes, we wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Brilliant move.
Brilliant.
The reason why is if you guys go to Trump.com, that's the official website for the Trump organization. People don't understand how much real estate this guy actually owns. He owns real estate in international. We're talking about residential, commercial, golf courses, realty, you name it. He owns a lot of it. The guy he's worth more than 2.5 billion. He's in the 10 billions easy.
Right.
Golf courses that he owns, guys, he owns them free and clear.
Yeah, but I think and maybe I wanted to bring you on so you could kind of explain this because I think people get wealth confused with like actual liquidity, like cash available, which is what he needs for this. The whole reason why this is a big deal is he's got a $454 million judgment against him in the civil case fraud in New York with Letitia James. And in order for him to, I guess, contest that or bond enough to contest it, he has to pay what is it? I don't even know what the amount is, but he's got to pay. It's 454 million. Yeah, 454 million in order to do that. Okay, so that's why this is a big deal. And he was going to all the investors of his buildings, right, trying to get loans, basically.
I wouldn't touch it either. I would touch it. I'm not mad at the banks for not touching it because if they do, she'll go after them as well. So I'm not. I don't blame them at all. Charles Schwab stepped in for the E. Jean Carroll thing because it made sense. That's nothing for them. So let me kind of walk you through the reason why when someone says, for instance, I'm gonna say Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, I think, is worth about like $120 billion. Newsflash, that's not. He doesn't have that $120 billion in cash, guys.
Right.
It's not with cash. It's in assets. It's in assets. Stocks, bonds, real estate, hard assets. So Trump is worth. He has
$500 million, I think.
He has. I think he has $500 million in cash, which is about right. And he's worth about a little bit over $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 billion. That $10 billion is not in literal cash; it's in assets. Assets. So what New York is trying to do, and then I get to the True Social itself, is she made up a whole crime. This is the play, guys. When you're dealing with people at the top, tyrants like this, how they operate is there cannot be an objective truth. They cannot. They have to make it up. So what she's doing is she's making up crimes. She doesn't care if you're calling her a tyrant. She welcomes that. She wants you to shut up, fall in line, and do what they tell you to do. They know better than you do. That's how they think. So she made up a crime, and she's trying now to seize a couple of his buildings. And she may do that. The problem with that is he can file for appeal, which he'll easily appeal up to the Supreme Court. Because the goal was to get him to fork over the cash so that he could not campaign. Because Biden is out raising a ton of money right now.
Right.
A ton of money. So they can cash strap Trump. Biden can kill him when it comes to running ads. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a brilliant plan. But so he's playing chess, not checkers. So she may try to seize a couple of buildings. That's fine. But the problem with that is it's gonna be tough for her to sell because there's mortgages on those buildings. Mortgages there. Those mortgages have to be made whole. So she's talking about, well, I'm gonna take him over and then I'm going to sell him to who? And also, why would someone come in and buy this building and to deal with you?
Right.
The point. If a mortgage bank, if the banks in New York won't touch Trump, They won't touch anything at all, even when it comes to you, because of how you're acting. By her doing this, she's going to drive so much business, so much capital out of New York. She's going to probably bankrupt New York City. Easy. Now, going over to True Social, and what Trump would do as well. Also, let's just game this out. He appeals to the Supreme Court. He has a solid case when it comes to the Eighth Amendment. Easy case. What happened is he'll win that case, and then after that, bills back to him, and then make him whole. So he can come out having the state pay him money at the end of this thing. Watch. All through the appeal process. So he's not worried at all. Now, he doesn't like it, but he's not worried at all. But now, how is this True Social thing different? Well, what's going on is this here, guys, is he began playing the information game, right? So True Social I think is worth about $6, $7, $8 billion, right? As far as the valuation. So he went public, they greenlighted it. He's netting $4 billion. So the teacher is saying, see, I got him $500 million. No, you actually may have gotten 2 buildings temporarily, but he just came into $4 billion. Now he's
I'm sorry. Now he has to submit some type of a waiver to be able to liquidate that stock rather quickly. Is that going to be a problem for him? Like,
no, not
Okay.
at all. Not at all, period. Because banks, he can go to a bank in Florida, a bank in Texas. They'll do it all day long because you have friendlier attorneys there.
Gotcha.
Ken Paxton welcomed it. I know 2 or 3 chairman CEOs of banks that they're giving money all day long. All day long. Easy work. Easy work. He's successfully now. He's raised $4 billion. Guys, he'll probably take $500 million or $1 billion of that, put it into an environment to where he can borrow against that, and now he's outraised Biden.
Yeah. And he even said that on his Truth Social. I think he said that he was like, I'm going to put it right back into my campaign. And I mean, he's already got plans for it. So the man is a genius. Genius. Brilliant.
He's one of the most wisest business guys that I've ever came in contact with as far as on TV. He's the wisest guy that I've seen, strategy wise.
Yeah.
Notice he's never been frazzled with this whole thing. He's been like, okay, cool.
Yep. That's what I thought. Well, thanks for coming on to tell us about that, because I was like, I know Liddell is going to be able to explain this better than anybody.
He'll probably, and his stock in True Social will probably go up even higher after it.
We just bought shares.
Oh, you did?
Buying shares.
You texted.
I hit him up. I was like, hey, True Social just went public. Better go get them shares.
Yeah.
So he gets initially $4 billion. He'll probably end up making probably around 7, 8, 9 billion. Watch. He's effectively used the stock market by going public, and he's probably 10, 20x his real estate portfolio by doing this. Remember, he's 73 years old, right?
Yep.
When you type True Social stock, when you type True Social, stock is the second link on Google. Listen, this is how these people make money. We're doing insider trading. Trump he just ain't doing it the way they do it. He's like, hey, bro, I'm going public.
Right. Get on it.
And the thing about it, guys, is by doing it this way, he's supercharged his valuation by going public. He supercharged it. So remember, he's been in real estate he's 73. He got in when he was probably in his 30s, I believe. He's been in for 40 some odd years. 40 some odd years. It took him 40 years to get to $10 billion. It took him 1 year to go to $4 billion. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
40 years, 1 year to go to 4. It's It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sick.
I wanted to read. So this is what he posted on Truth Social today. He said, through hard work, talent, and luck, I currently have almost $500 million in cash, a substantial amount of which I intend to use in my campaign for president. The often overturned political hack judge on the rigged and corrupt AG case, where I have done nothing wrong, knew this, wanted to take it away from me, and that's where and why he came up with the shocking number, which coupled with his crazy interest demand. It's approximately $454 million. I did nothing wrong except win an election in 2016 that I wasn't expected to win. I did even better in 2020 and now lead by a lot in 2024.
He's correct. That was the whole plan. That was the plan. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was the ruling was pretty, from a strategy standpoint, was pretty genius.
Yeah.
But you're dealing with a entrepreneur who's always strategizing all the time. He lives paranoid.
Yep.
He's really kind of an alpha male. He really is in that space. He really is. So it's just, I knew he had a play. So he'll let them have their day, which is fine. But just wait. As soon as she begins to try to take those buildings, guess what's going to, it's going to get it right appealed right up to the Supreme Court.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to chime right in. We'll take it.
She gonna be mad.
We'll take it.
Oh man.
Sure will. We'll take it. And you best believe at the end, they're going to be paying him.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Dang. This is getting good.
Chess.
What's the price for it? Well, the company that's buying him right now, it rose from $10.15 to $53 to 70 cents. So y'all better catch it while it's low, because it's gonna keep going up.
And you better believe he actually still owns some stock in that company. He's not dumb. He's not dumb. So he has a second windfall of cash coming as well. That's why when people ask me, Dad, do you start universal stocks? I say no. I'm not against stocks at all, but I like preferred stock. Preferred stock is the stock that is owned before you go public. So what Trump, Soonie's buying what they call common stock after public.
Look at that. How dare you? Soonie's buying common stock.
Hey, it's okay. I'm still a commoner. I'm trying to get to the level of preferred.
He said you buying that common folk stock.
And I need to be able to invest in True Social, and then I can have that.
So that means don't be talking shit about my baby now. Don't be talking shit about.
Oh my god!
Now that you're invested,
I'm gonna make money off of him. What you mean?
Now that you're invested, be nice.
I can talk junk and make money off of him all day. So my junk, at least my junk is nice.
Soonie, you're really good at researching this. Research when the next census is. The next census? Yes, because have you guys ever wondered why is the border just wide open?
They want to boost the numbers for sure.
They want to boost numbers. They can't vote, but what positive comes out of an open border for the liberal side? It's tied to the census. It's tied to it. And a black Democrat lady in New York said it best. What they're trying to do is they're trying to add more numbers to those sanctuary cities so that more seats are created, because those illegals are now counted in the population numbers.
The next one, well, they do it based on, like you said, population change. And the next one will happen December 2024.
Exactly. Now that's after the election. Yes. And so they're thinking at post-Trump. They're thinking that. That's why Biden signed that executive order. Now, can it be reversed? Sure. But after the census is done, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? They've already.
You just brought up a good point.
So, more seats.
But you just brought up a good point. Dang, this might scare people. I don't know if I want to say this. Don't put on your your conspiratorial hat, but they are predicting by 2030 there will be no more census.
Why? Because the cows, the red cows, the red heifer.
This lady. No. If you guys know what Agenda 2030 is, if you know their overall goal, which is you will own nothing and be happy.
Correct.
There
Yeah,
won't be a
communism.
need. There won't be a need. In my opinion, the census is just to gauge where the country is. They break it down by income, race. I think it'll be narrowed to just factions as far as political, but they're not going to actually take numbers. It'll just be percentages, and I think they'll start to hide the numbers from us eventually, and we'll be solely dependent on shows like this, the news, to figure out what are the actual numbers, what's going on. But I think they're going to make all this obsolete because, like you said, they're allowing an influx of people to come in and be unaccounted for. And they're doing Congress. Okay. When I say they, I know how to put a name to it. Congress is doing absolutely nothing to stop it. Nothing. And they are fighting Texas, which is a border state, on how they can do it. And they're trying to make all these decisions landmark at the Supreme Court so it can set precedents. Now, luckily, we have a decent Supreme Court that is ruling in favor of the Constitution. But that can very well change depending on who's in office, Republican or Democrat.
Yep.
Got to see what's happening in the future.
They're talking about, I don't know if you heard about it, Vivek Ramaswamy will not be his VP. They talk about him being Secretary of...
It's going to be Tulsi Gabbard, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Secretary of Treasury. They're talking about he's looking at Ted Cruz for Attorney General.
I know. Somebody else said that.
Yeah, Ted Cruz, man.
He's bad. I'll give it to you.
He's smart as hell. I mean, he's
agree.
scary smart. He's looking at low key. I think he may choose Ron DeSantis as VP.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because he was so loved on the conservative side.
No.
Tulsi
He's not.
No, because he needs a woman or a gay. It's not gonna be right.
He's not anymore, though. He's not anymore. Look, I'm gonna send you the poll numbers.
Okay.
You're a numbers guy. I'm gonna send it over to you when the show is over. You're gonna see what I'm talking about when it comes to Tulsi Gabbard. Because look, you even look at Robert Kennedy. He's not even a factor in this election. But people are still talking about his VP picks. I don't know why. But I find it interesting that we're still talking about his potential VP picks. And I find it interesting that Trump touted Tulsi Gabbard himself when he did an interview, not anybody else. Just look at her policies. Look at how she shifted, and look at where she aligns with Trump.
She shifted a lot. She really has. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tulsi. I think that my pick, I would have picked my top three, I would say would be Byron Donaldson. I mean, low key, I would love Mike Robinson, but I don't think he's ready. Byron Donaldson, DeSantis, potentially. And then I would say those are probably my top two. A third one, I mean, I said the Tulsi third, but I hear what you're saying. He needs a female on the ticket.
Look, between Patty Power, these are betting odds in the polls. Patty Power and Betfair.
Who's Patty
Power? On Real Clear, you can see the betting odds in the polls. People betting on not real bets, but it's the polls based on where the country is nationwide, and how many people are pulling for Tulsi and how many people are pulling for other candidates, right? So Tulsi Gabbard is polling at 11, almost 12%. Okay. And she's also polling at 14%. Okay. Guess who's next?
Who?
Senator Tim Scott, which
Oh,
is
God,
polling
'cause
at
he-
16% to Senator Tim Scott.
Well, because his lips are permanently attached to Trump's ass.
Hey, don't knock the hustle. Don't knock the hustle.
I do not like him, man. He annoys
Roll on.
me.
Get your roll on. Hustle on, baby. Don't knock the hustle. Hey, man. Graduate up, brother. It's my time, Tim. It's my time, brother. But Tim Scott he's more of a Secretary of HUD. That's what he.
But I mean, let's just think about it. Trump loves somebody who loves him, okay? And
Yeah.
Put him in it.
you know what I mean? And somebody he can also control. I mean, I'm just saying, we got to think about, when he chose, what's his name? Pence. I don't remember how that all went down. Was like Pence going with him everywhere, or did Pence just get chosen and we were just like, oh, what? Pence?
No, Pence was chosen because in his mind he needed somebody that knew how to negotiate with Congress, and Pence was a former congressman.
But what I'm saying is, was Pence even a factor, right? Like, did we suspect Pence before he got named? Okay.
No. He was
no, I didn't.
He was surprised, and maybe in Christine Owens.
Please no.
I think that he needs somebody that can eviscerate Kamala Harris in a debate. Destroy it.
It's gonna be Tulsi Gabbard. I'm telling you, they need to remake what they did when they had the Democrat debate when they were debating. Tulsi Gabbard
destroyed her,
whooped her ass. That is the only person that is going to get Kamala Harris off her square. She's a former Democrat. She knows shit that no other candidate knows.
What though? I may have to agree with you because that's how you can debate.
Yo, this is a winning ticket.
Huh? Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Jeez, I may have to agree with you.
I'm gonna start posting clips of her. She was whooping that ass.
If he chooses Donaldson, she can say, "I'm a woman. I'm a victim."
Yep.
If he chooses,
they need to be
Kristi Noem, I'm black. You're white. If he chooses Tulsi Gabbard, is Tulsi Gabbard is she
she's Hawaiian.
Is she gay?
So no, she's married. She's married to a man.
She's married.
Yeah, she kind of fine too. Anyways, Tulsi's gorgeous. Sorry. But man, she can't use the race card or the gender card. Oh, you may be right, Susu again. Susu for the win.
Susu for the win. Susu's political bracket is up.
Telling y'all, bro.
She can talk strategy, policy, and she's polished.
Yep.
And Democrats and women can vote for her.
Hey, look, NBC. I follow. This is the only way I come up to my conclusions. I follow behavioral trends and I follow headlines. When you see the media constantly flashing shit before your very eyes, it's called predictive programming. Expect something like this to be in the future. I'm telling you, she is going to be the pick. It only makes sense if we're talking strategy, if we're talking who's actually going to beat Kamala Harris and who is going to galvanize the liberal, independent, we'll say moderate vote. It's Tulsi Gabbard. I don't agree with her on a lot, but she's the only pick. Kristi Noem can't do it. Trump needs to win this not in a landslide, because it won't be a landslide. He needs to win. And this right here, that's the dark horse.
She won't accept Robert Kennedy. That's a failing thing.
She won't.
She'll accept Trump's. Kristi Noem already said no. So she's like, no, I'm
Kari Lake, she can't win nothing. Leave her ass in Arizona. Let her be a representative.
Be a senator. Because what's her name? The other senator, she's not running, so it's really hers to win. If she loses this one, she just sit her ass down, shut up. Kristi Noem, Tulsi Gabbard, yeah.
Conservatives already like her. They touted her 2 to 3 years ago. She spoke at CPAC. She goes to CPAC every year now. I mean, ever since they've had her there the first time. She is going to bring over. She's going to bring over a lot of votes.
A ton of votes, women and liberals. And you know what? I don't like Trump, but I can't vote for Biden. He trash.
Apex was the one. Apex was the one who said it, and I was like, nah, I don't like her. No, but then I started thinking about what he was saying, and I was like, I started looking at her policy, and I'm like, dang, she's kind of on par with Trump when it comes to international and foreign politics, foreign relations. She is.
I would say when it comes to Department of Defense, if anyone, Donald Trump Jr., Donald Trump himself, anybody on his team, y'all watching this, please go get Alan West.
Please. Because Lloyd Austin is killing us.
Please. We need somebody that can go out and kill folk. I mean, like, you know, defend America. America against terrorists, foreign and domestic. Okay,
I'm right there with you. Alan West is the best bet.
Because he was going to pick, because Alan was actually in the top 3 in 2016. He tried to go with Bad Dog Mattis.
Yeah.
Stop playing, Alan West. Stop playing. Ted Cruz, Attorney General. Real talk. I want to put. I was a Ted. I bring on Ted, man.
We're pressing at the same time.
I bring you on Ted, but Ted, you're gonna have to be a bulldog, bro. I need for you to come on there and rattle some stuff. It can be all no. It should be.
We should do a bracket. I'm down to do a bracket of, like, you know, who the cabinet members are going to be: VP, Attorney General, Defense Secretary, Secretary of State,
Secretary of HUD. I like Vivek. I thought Vivek would actually be a better Secretary of State. But
I think he's going to bring back Ben Carson for HUD. Honestly,
Ben Carson, he should be secretary. He should be Secretary General. The medical guy. Be that, brother.
Yeah,
yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
Secretary of State.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I mean, for real though, it makes no sense.
Talking, he be boring. Just be talking like that.
He is, and people say he needs to be the VP. Like, y'all, shut up.
No. Secretary of State, I would say, for the first choice was Vivek, but he'd be probably the Treasury person, and I think he's qualified for that because of his business background.
Yeah.
State. Damn, who'd that be?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I'm having a hard time with that one too.
I tell you this.
Ramaswamy would be decent.
The Fed chairman, I would not use power. I would say Jamie Dimon.
I need to look into that person.
Jamie Dimon. That's how
Jamie Dimon is.
I gotta check that out.
Jamie Dimon is the chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase.
Oh.
When he speaks, the world listens.
Okay, yeah. I think I follow his dog. Yeah.
Powerful.
I know what you're talking about.
Secretary of State. I'm trying to think if we have any congressmen or senators that actually have some business experience. You know what I would say? Secretary of State? But this is only if he is American. I think he's an American citizen. Kevin O'Leary.
You're saying you don't think he's an American citizen?
I think because he was born in Canada.
Yeah.
He may have dual citizenship, Canada and the U.S.
I
think if he does, Kevin O'Leary, Secretary of State.
Yeah, he's been on fire lately in the media. I love him.
We got some new viewers that are on the opposite side of us politically.
Oh, nice.
And I wanted you to see it because although Discord is a niche, right? It's like a niche realm. This is where the people who aren't informed about voting, they're not informed about where candidates stand as far as policy goes. A lot of people can't even tell you what do you mean policy? They watch our show. They stream the shows in their servers, and those people translate to viewers, man.
That's cool.
Discord is the next. Listen to me. Listen to me. Just to go back to TikTok real quick, right?
no.
When TikTok doesn't play ball and they start to make VPN companies pay a hefty fine, which is divest or get banned, the only place you'll be able to have these free-flowing discussions are in Discord servers. There's no censorship in these servers. Now, you'll still have Twitter, but I'm just telling you, if TikTok goes away, it is going to be Instagram, Twitter, and Discord.
I agree.
And YouTube.
I agree.
Those will be the only 4 social media platforms that'll be working.
I agree. I agree with 100%. Mm-hmm. I did a show on TikTok, the TikTok so-called ban on Thursday, and people I said, guys, this is not about TikTok. This is about censorship.
Yep.
Not about.
They're gonna crack down on Discord. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Once if TikTok goes away, because the Senate still has to agree to these terms. Just so you guys know.
Now the Senate though, Soonie, they're talking about this bill is unacceptable.
I'm glad, because it is unacceptable.
It's trash.
But don't sleep on Discord, bro. Them folks be in there watching. I come in and they're like, you said this on your show, you said that. Can I ask you this question? What you think about this?
Okay.
See, and Mo go on Discord. Okay. let me just break this up with a little comedy hour real quick. Okay. Because when I go on Discord, this is what I experience. Okay. This is what Discord is to me in a video.
Song, let's all start dancing, baby. Go ahead, Corey.
You ain't right. You ain't right.
See, okay, and this, if y'all don't get what I'm trying to say, is there's some weirdo singing a song, people are cheering for him, there's a midget to the left, a regular dude in the crowd. Yeah. That's how I envision Discord, if I could see your faces. And Ray, thank you so much for joining us from Discord. Just know I give the people of Discord a hard time. Okay, don't take it personal. It's not about you, but it's a weird place. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think Brenda Lee said that real quickly, that he can't choose Jamie Dimon. I would say, why not? And I would say, if not him, who? Because Powell's I ain't gonna lie to you, Powell's doing the best he can. He really is. And to be honest with you, Congress is screwing things up, so is Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Screwing things up. So I don't know. We'll see. But I can say about this whole election, Trump has to win by a landslide.
Yeah.
By a landslide, because they're trying everything. Everything's on the table with him. Everything's on the table. And it's sad. Y'all, it's sad.
Yeah.
We's in trouble.
We's in trouble.
But I enjoyed the time, guys. Hope I added some value to the
always.
Y'all doing a hey man, y'all buy some damn merch. Stop being cheap. Buy some merch. Give to their Venmo account, whatever it may be. Buy some merch. Support these two young ladies. Every Tuesday and Friday, they're giving y'all wisdom, knowledge, and, okay,
comedy
specifically. Mo, I'm still. You haven't did your thoughts with Mo in a long time.
Oh man, because Mo.
Thank you.
I know they would give me a hard
Thank
time
you.
about that,
Who cares?
but it's so organic. I have to actually have thoughts that come to mind that I have to question.
It's just hey guys, buy. You see it. That's your partner. Yep. I got a couple of them come to the crib right now. Matter of fact, well, you know what I may do, guys? Announcement. I may end up buying a couple of these hoodies, and having a little bit of a raffle, and giving it away for free.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a
Do
raffle.
that, guys. And I have another surprise for you guys as well, also. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But hey, support these young ladies. They getting it in, guys. They killing the game. Love them to death. Support them, guys. Just support them. Support.
We appreciate that.
Help us, please. Help us, please.
We do got some new merch up here that I put together.
What is that? Earth is ghetto.
That's all Susu.
I didn't know you put this up here. Earth is ghetto. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I have like little mini meetings with Liddell, and I'm like, hey, I'm about to update the website, and then I like to see what it looks like before I just like tell people, hey, go check it out. And I was messing with the designs. I was back here for like 3 hours messing with the designs. Like, do you like this? You like this? And then he finally settled on design. I'm like, okay, you like this? Let's put it out. And I took it to Discord, and they were like, dude, that's hard. Where can I go buy this? It's live. It's up.
But wait, show. I don't even know what's on there. Show me all the new stuff.
So I'll tell you this. You know, I bought some of the merch as well, just to see how the reaction. Everywhere I go, I got that bag university, the bag. They're like, hey man, what can I buy that from? That is fire. Who made that?
I was trying to find the picture of you wearing it.
If you go to More Than a Barber podcast on YouTube, I was interviewed there. I'm wearing it there.
Oh, on YouTube.
Doing the entire thing. What else? I was on a couple other podcasts as well. Also, I'm wearing it too. But they love it. I got the bag. But yeah, I'm making a huge order when I get back in town. I'm out of town on business, guys. I'm in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm gonna own Jackson, all of it.
He's gonna own it.
He said, "Once I win big on my investment with Truth, I'll buy more."
Let's see. There he is.
That's me.
Look at that.
And it frozen. Sorry.
That's a clean hoodie, man. Dang, that's clean.
It is. Everybody's like, I love that hoodie. I said, yeah, me too. That's why I got it on.
He's in the all white.
You see it. I look better than you.
Hey, I made you some hats to go with that.
I will.
Them
I'm
hats are fire.
I'm sorry.
What hats?
We're gonna start going hard in the paint, guys, on the merch in the month of we're in April. We're in March, right? Month of April.
Yeah.
We gotta go hard on in the paint on the merch. That's a hat. Oh shit.
Yeah. That's a hat. You got the brown, the khaki, you got the orange.
Yes, sir. Order coming on weekend tomorrow, please.
You got that.
Yes. I'm gonna order that today.
A lot of people have actually been ordering the Jesus beanies.
Yeah, those are cool.
We had Michelle came in and ordered a beanie.
Oh.
So there's new merch up there. I'm actually happy with these picks.
Me too.
There's a Kingdom Citizen line that I'm pretty much done with. We gotta push that.
That's
I'm trying to get this to Bryson. I'm trying to put together a dope package that I know people are gonna wear before I just say, hey, go buy the merch. I don't mind doing it here because you guys are viewers and we want you to go purchase the merch. But when it comes to like influencers and getting brand ambassadors, you got to have your stuff together. You got to have merch that coincides with the hat, that goes with the shirt. I haven't got to pants yet because there's just not any decent pants that are being offered right now. So I'm working on that too.
Thank you, Jim. Judy said, Liddell, we need to clone you and make big money. Oh, thank you.
If you guys want to go, if there's only one, if you guys want to go to the site, it's right up here, titmmerch.myshopify.com.
Yeah, guys. Support them, guys. Support them, guys. My goal is to really blow this up for Soonie and Mo. Let's go.
Whatever happened to the links that we could people could click on it right from here? Remember we used to have
that was on
on the other platform. Dang.
Yeah, but StreamYard is going to be bringing that in where people can scan the QR code, because that was actually working. People would scan the QR code and go to the website and go buy things. But we can also create our own QR codes and put it up here when people want to go shop. But like I said, I like to make sure all my ducks are in order. I like to make sure that the site looks good. It's easy for people to use, and you're purchasing something made with quality. Like a lot of time and effort goes into these designs, just so you guys know, to make sure that people would actually wear them.
Well, guys, thank you for inviting me on you guys' stream. I've enjoyed it. Hope I added some value.
Bye. Yes, you did.
Guys, y'all have a good night. Finish the show strong. And Mo, bring back the thoughts segment.
I will. Got to work this brain. I think the world is so puzzling to me in general. It's hard for me to just like distinguish.
You should do a segment on Mo, the illegal immigrant.
Mo, the illegal immigrant. I'm not an illegal immigrant.
The thoughts of an illegal immigrant.
Should I pretend? Thoughts of a Jew. Well, I'm Jewish too, so thoughts
She's
of a
Jewish,
Jew.
yeah. She just found out she's Jewish.
Yes, 1%. You know the one drop rule. You know the one drop rule.
The one drop.
Hey, Liddell, I'm trying to listen, I broke it down. I said, man, my ancestry says I got 16% in Africa, 1% Jewish. I got Latin. I could get out all the reparations. Okay.
Both sets of
not the reparations.
All the reparations.
The thing about it is I have a lot of Cherokee Indian in my family.
Yeah. See, you too. So does Soonie. It's not Cherokee, but Soonie got Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You better cash it.
Hey. Cash. Y'all go for it. But guys, my wife, guys, man, God bless you guys. Bring it back, Mo. Stop playing.
Okay, I will.
Right. Good night.
Thanks for coming on, Liddell.
Oh, that's funny.
I dropped the link in the chat. You guys can click it from there. Go check out some of our merch. Go make some purchases. We actually hiked the prices down so that more people could afford it, and we also give a 10% discount off after your first purchase, so you can come back and purchase some more stuff. And I'm sure we'll get, as everything starts to grow, we'll have more sales, more things for you to be able to purchase. But we got to get people buying it to offer sales.
Thanks. I'm so tired. The nap is wearing off. Let me play a fun clip really quick. Not a fun clip. Okay. It's not that much fun because we have to listen to these annoying hags. But I wanted to play the clip from The View of them saying men are useless.
Oh, God. They're useless. Your uteruses don't even work. What purpose do you serve besides running your mouth?
I wonder what her husband says about this. Let's have a reaction to this.
Okay. So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question. Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why?
Because they understand humanity.
That is.
Because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Wow. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men.
No one can keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men.
Do you know what she just said?
What?
You are useful to me when I can use you for my how do I want to say
agenda
for my but it's like personal things though. Like as long as you can tell me that I look good in this dress, you're useful.
Oh yeah.
As long as you'll sit and gossip, and gossip with me, you're useful. You need penises to keep humanity going, which is why men understand that they need women, because if they don't have us, their legacies don't continue.
Yeah.
It's like that simple.
Yeah.
You're married, ma'am. I bet you your husband is cheating on you with the finest young thing out there and you just don't care.
I don't
Because it's a
blame
sense of
me.
comfort for you. Like if he's out there doing his thing after you just sat your old, fat, old, dusty, crusty self saying men are useless. Yes, I said it. I bet you he's out there and he got a PYT and I hope he's living his best life because that was nasty. That just came out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And fucking emasculating.
What's up, Marlando?
This is stuff that people boost up in this society. I couldn't be no famous person or no politician. I couldn't do it because my mouth is too rough for that. I couldn't do it.
Your mouth is too rough for that, you said?
It's too raw.
Oh man.
Well,
you know what?
People don't say nothing.
You know what's funny? So I was looking at the comments of the actual video on The View, and a gay guy commented, okay, and I want to say this because of what Soonie just said, and he said, "Oh my gosh, us gay men aren't a prop or a pet to make straight women feel good."
Yes, you are.
What?
That's why y'all still around. That's why y'all are still around because women find use for you. Because if women didn't support this community in large, they wouldn't freaking exist.
Speaking of that, that's what I told my cousin girlfriend that women is the biggest supporter for LGBT, and she didn't believe me.
Yes, they are. If women didn't support y'all, you want to talk about not being accepted and I exist, men would make you obsolete.
Yeah. That's very true. It's interesting though, because there's a lot of gay people in the comments of this video. One person said, "Well, I appreciate Anna loving queer people. She's close to tokenism, and I don't like that. Not every gay gossips, dresses well, or likes to party. I'm all for celebrating queerness, but let's not fall into the GBF trope."
I don't listen. I have a gay friend trope. I'm not homophobic because I got a gay friend.
Yeah. And then somebody said, "Imagine a panel of men saying this about women. Oh man, they would lose their
Can we
mind."
have it? Can somebody make a mock video and pretend like they have
it.
a male version of The View and just have men? Women are useless. We don't need them bitches.
Where Andrew Tate at?
What?
He'll gladly do it. Where Andrew Tate at?
Yeah, exactly. Where's Andrew Tate? Yep.
Oh gosh.
That's funny. Anyways, but the gays were coming for her in the comments section for
Right,
sure.
look, good on them. Rightfully so. Tell her about herself. Don't be tokenizing y'all.
Yeah.
Maybe they do know what it's like to be black for a day. They got a little exposure. Tokenism.
Yeah. That's so funny.
By the way, guys, Bryson is number 7 on the charts. Keep
for
buying
his
that
album?
album.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Number 7 on the charts.
The last the last story I had was about Kate Middleton. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't been sucked in by the millions of TikTokers that have been like making conspiracy video after conspiracy video, it really was quite sad. I refused to get sucked into it. The one conspiracy Mo wasn't interested in was this, because I had the feeling this was a nothing burger. And there was tons of people just making up crazy stories that she was getting a divorce, that her husband was cheating on her. She was a clone. That was the other one. She had been replaced by an AI robot. Well, today she revealed she has cancer. And what's interesting about that is now Kate has cancer, King Charles has cancer, and Sarah Ferguson all have cancer. So 3 people in the royal family have cancer. Now, the newest thing is, well, were they jabbed?
Oh God!
Because everybody
were they?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume so. They're British and royal.
I mean, in this time, you gotta ask.
Yeah,
you gotta ask.
It has been linked to
cancer,
allegedly turbo cancer. Yeah.
Oh, somebody said something about turbo cancer. I was like, I never heard of turbo cancer. What is that? Is that what Losa has? My bad. Was I not supposed to say that?
Damn it, Mo.
It's the end of the show. Let me be.
No, no, that's not what Loza has.
My bad. What is turbo cancer? Can you tell me? What did I say? Was it that funny?
What did you say? Yes. This man is on all over social media talking about his cancer. You gonna say he got the turbo cancer?
I don't know. It won't go away. He's taking all these herbs. He's taking all these herbs. He's taking the Sprycel. He got people paying for him, and the cancer won't go away. Lord have mercy. It's got to be turbo. It's got.
Somebody gonna send him this part of the show.
Oh Lord!
And you're gonna have Loza online talking the most shit. You need to stop.
Don't give people ideas.
Freaking crying. Shut up. I done lost my whole train of thought.
Okay, the question was, what is turbo cancer?
It was allegedly a cancer that was linked to the vaccines. I gotta say allegedly. I had everything in my brain. You gotta look it up now because it's gone.
Okay, hold
I was just talking about this with somebody.
Oh Lord, turbo cancer is an anti-vax myth. That's what it says on Wikipedia. Centered on
Make
the
sure
idea
you say that so they don't censor us. It's an anti-vax myth, y'all.
Myth. Centered on the idea that people vaccinated against C19, especially with mRNA vaccines, are suffering from a high incidence of fast developing cancers. The myth spread by a number of vaccine opponents and related influencers, including doctors, has no factual basis. I mean, are you sure he doesn't have turbo cancer? They said it's a myth.
No, he has blood cancer. And he's not jabbed. So no. Bro. I just freaking worked out. You know my stomach hurts.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could make you laugh today.
Oh my God.
I'm not trying to be messy. I'm just.
What's the next subject?
That's it. Oh wait, no. You know what I got? Okay, so y'all remember the cop that got busted? Okay, the Tennessee cop gone wild.
Becky
Megan
for busting
Hall.
it open. Yeah.
So she had a big old orgy with a bunch of her coworkers. They were all black dudes, and she was a white girl, and it was a big crazy mess. Anyways, she was in a lawsuit with the city of Laverne. And she settled her lawsuit for $500,000 after she was fired when an internal probe revealed her raunchy romps with 6 male officers that involved a game of strip Uno and foot fetish photos. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let me just
Let
me just remind you what she looked like. This is her right here.
She got paid $500,000.
That's what she settled for.
Why?
But you know, I don't know. Why? Let's see.
If they caught her doing wrongdoing, why are they paying her?
Yeah, that's backwards.
Let me see here. The agreement was negotiated. The agreement was negotiated between the attorney representing City Hall and the statement from the board. The city denies any admission of liability, and no taxpayer funds will be spent to settle this lawsuit. Laverne launched an internal inquiry late last year after a whistleblower came forward to report that Megan was having intimate relationships with multiple male colleagues and even on police property. In the course of the investigation, it emerged that Hall was having sex with multiple fellow officers, including Officer Lewis Powell, and they had carried out sex acts while on duty. When interviewed in the investigation, Hall said she had played a game of strip Uno, exchanged foot fetish photos, and played out wife swapping sessions with fellow officers. During one interview about the affair, Hall said, "I got stupid, I got desperate, I guess, and the guys are guys, and they'll stick their you know what's in anything. While discussing her affair, she said at one point they had carried out sex acts on police property. She said, I just gave him a blowjob in the substation. Me and my husband were kind of on the verge of divorce, and I just cracked, and then it just kind of got out of hand. Who just like slips and gives? Who just like slips and oops, I gave a blowjob. Okay.
She said, I was going through a hard time in my marriage. I cracked, and then I decided to give a blowjob to like help with the hard time in my marriage. Okay.
Right.
Why is the city paying this bitch? Okay.
Here it is. Hall claims that she was sexually groomed by her predator superiors, and she tried to kill herself. She filed her own lawsuit claiming that Sergeant Powell positioned himself as a reliable source of companionship and advice regarding Miss Hall's career and her marriage. The lawsuit said Sergeant Powell persisted in requests for sex despite her resistance. Eventually, she gave in to his sexual favors. But she said when she tried to stop, Powell threatened to kill himself. The lawsuit reads,
I don't believe
Sergeant
this.
Powell. Right? Sergeant Powell was crying and told Miss Hall he drank an entire bottle of Jack Daniels. He threatened to kill himself if you do this to me. And here are the dudes. Here are all the dudes that she.
Bro. This Jim Crow. I don't care what anybody says. She invoked Jim Crow. This is. I'm gonna do what the black people do. This is a modern day Emmett Till. This man whistled, and now she talking about he took advantage of me, and they gave her $500,000. Can we look at any of the documents in this settlement, or is it sealed now?
I don't know. We may want to see if we can look it up. I don't know though.
Yeah, can somebody submit a FOIA request on my behalf?
This is wild.
How are you gonna get $500,000 for willingly doing it? You said you did it because you were going through a hard time in your marriage, and then blame your superior at grooming you. Which one is it? How did he groom you if you were already doing this due to a hard time in your marriage?
I don't know if this applies like in this type of situation, but I remember one time watching a Brandon Tatum video, and he was talking about a shooting that had happened at another city or whatever. And he said, police in the city they're always going to get a settlement. It doesn't matter if the person was shot in injustice or whatever. If there is a lawsuit, there will be a payout. So that's probably what happened in this situation. They just don't want to deal with it.
Jesus.
They need to though.
This is enabling bad behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's. Oh Lord.
That's
Thanks for
crazy.
coming up, Marlanda. We're gonna wrap up the show.
All right.
And get ready. Thank you for coming on.
All
I
right.
love that he's the one who comes on consistently.
I know. It's cool.
I love it.
It's
You
cool.
Me too them.
Sure
Bruh.
did. Show did.
I'm about to go blow the whistle and be a whole ass black woman and say, this is the modern day Jim Crow. How sway? Where the evidence? Where Mr. Ambulance Chaser himself? Ben Crump. Why you didn't
Ben
represent
Crump.
this man? A
Yeah.
white woman decided to put some allegations against him. And did they prove it? Because if not, then you just ruined this man's reputation again.
Yeah.
Putting his ass out on social media. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. It is fucked up. I'm surprised it wasn't a big, I remember it being like a big story at the time because people were like, oh, this white girl had a sexual escapade with 5 dudes, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But as far as like the actual meat of the story, it should be a bigger deal.
I'm going to do a whole video on this. Ain't no way.
All right.
Ain't no way.
Well, guys, thank you so much for sticking through almost the entire show. We were going strong with some viewers in the comments, and I love that. It's Friday, and it's the motherfucking weekend.
You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Mo's gonna be sleeping in. Well, I'm gonna try to sleep in tomorrow.
We should end the show every Friday that way.
You know what? Listen, I have been thinking for the longest time, like we need to have a tagline that is specific to our show. I don't want it to be that because that's not a positive influence. You ain't got no job and you got shit to do because that's insinuating our people.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
But we gotta have a tagline for our show.
We do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. I think unlike other things, right? Unlike people who have massive media and massive media production behind them and they have strategists and they figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of had to like play it out. It's been almost a year of us doing the show. You realize that?
Kinda. We have been thugging it out. Okay, doing it.
Thugging it out.
Thugging
Big
it
time.
out.
No.
Yeah.
I think we're finally finding you have peaks and valleys, but we're finding our little wave because 24 viewers overall when you're just starting out.
Constantly.
Nobody really knows who the fuck we are on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's more than what the average person will get when they first start out.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And after the video posts, through all the channels, like the Facebooks and everything, we get a good amount of views on the video, which is nice. And what's good is people stay watching the video. They don't just like pop in and pop out. Like they stay watching the video, which is what you want.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Is people staying. So
that's awesome. Helicopter looking for active shooter. Oh, where? Wow. I used to do shows like this back to back. I was like an ambulance chaser back when the protests were going on. I used to do lives covering the protests. It was pretty cool.
What town do you live in, Carly?
Birdman gave us a suggestion.
I saw that. You can agree or disagree, but we always meet somewhere in the middle. I like that. Maybe our first shirt giveaway that Liddell's going to do should be for our tagline. We should hold like a contest.
We should.
And the person.
Dang, Apex. Shout out to Apex. He said November 4th is y'all's anniversary.
It's our anniversary. Dang.
Baby, you and me.
We gotta have a celebration.
Yeah. Dude, it's almost March. Wow.
Bayshore, Long Island.
One dead. Oh man.
What the heck?
That's
Bayshore.
Hearing about those. I hate that. I'm gonna check Twitter one more time before we dip. Because I want to see if Candace has made any more statements.
Candace is on vacation, girl.
All these white supremacists speaking positively about a black. If Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist, why is he siding with the black woman? Nick Fuentes is about to make his reemergence into social media. And Candace Owens made that happen, bro. Like, how serendipitous is this moment?
Yeah.
How serendipitous.
Wild. And he's coming to her defense now.
Yeah, he did a video coming to her defense. Talking
wow,
about
cool.
Because you know who started out talking about boldly, I might add. Boldly, Nick Fuentes started calling out the small hats within the conservative realm. By the way, Groypers and America First started that conversation. You got to give them their props.
Props to the Groypers,
bro. Why you say it like that? Why you say it like that? Props to the Groypers.
What Candace doing? Candace. I don't see anything from her.
I don't see anything either. But hey, there's more drone strikes happening right now, and via Israel. They just bombed 5 innocent civilians to pieces in broad daylight. They have it caught on camera. I don't know if you guys have been following this, but if you care about things like this, look into what I'm saying. Look into what Candace is saying.
Mm-hmm.
She went back to her OG account. Damn.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
I'm subscribed to this account.
Yeah, I was subscribed too, and I was like, dang, I don't remember ever subscribing, but I was. Yeah, if you want to follow Candace Owens, it's what is it, Candace
It's
Owens.
just Candace Owens and then at Real Candace O.
At Real Candace O. If you want to subscribe to her new YouTube channel, because she ain't going to be doing anymore on the Daily Wire now. She's gonna be going solo.
Oh, she is.
So get over there,
Dang.
man. How many subscribers does she have now? She was like at
1.4 million subscribers. She's got 3 million on the other one, so you know.
And she announced that shit, and people ran over there. So Benny boy, and what was his name? Jeremy. Boring. Jeremy, you guys fucked up. Okay.
Bad.
But hey, I posted on my story, just try to help out the Daily Wire. If you're circumcised and would like to apply, they have an open position at the Daily Wire. But you must be circumcised.
Oh. I want to show y'all real quick. Dave Rubin said he no longer considers Candace Owens a friend for equating Jewish lives lost to Palestine. I'm playing this clip. No, you know what? I'm not playing it.
No, play it.
You know what I am? I'm going to play it. Wait a minute. I need to grab this real quick. Because they are saying the quiet parts out loud, y'all.
So that's why he's not talking to her.
Do you know how they love to say that the left is trying to limit our speech? The radical left, the radical left, the radical left. The right is doing it before your very eyes. I cannot believe he literally sat on the PPD podcast and said this. This is ridiculous.
I think she's a little confused about some of the things, but I think, well, I hope you heard the overriding part, which is that I don't want to make it personal with her. I don't really consider us friends anymore. But that's just like the nature of the reality of the thing that we're all in. I think she's...
Dude, I'm done. Now we can't have opinions. I think she's confused. Why do they keep calling her confused and crazy and losing her mind?
Is that not the formula that they follow? That's the formula they follow. You see?
Let's just call this the fall from grace. And when I say grace, I don't mean from the Lord's grace, but the overlords, the supremacists, the supreme beings. She fell from their grace, and they no longer have the golden child, which was Candace Owens. Who are they going to prop up next?
We shall see.
We shall see. Make sure you guys tune in every Tuesday and Friday to hear conversations like this. My children are in the room next to me flipping. It's probably what you hear in the background. So that means he's laughing. That means my time is up on this show. They've had enough.
Yeah. Soonie, as soon as you hit cut, I'm about to run to the urination sample room.
Go ahead.
I have got to go to the bathroom.
Go ahead. Don't come in here. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. I gotta go. Mo's gotta go. I'm trying to figure out which outro to use. My daughter said hi.
Hi. Hi.
That's my son.
The twin.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
There's his hand. There's her hand. Bye.
Bye.
They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen.